control it from here. You got to do it from the thing. Hello!
Hey!
Welcome to Realm Smith live sessions where we do the Order of Dragonsbane. And tonight,
Aye!
as episode 27,
Clink! What?
and I promise we've not been doing any pre-drinking. We don't drink alcohol on this show. But tonight's episode is called Good Faith, and your drink is empty. We'll have to get you some water and wash that cup because it's probably got dust in it from last time.
It's got something.
So,
Something in it.
welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. As always, it's a pleasure to have you here. We're really, really excited to be able to do this here with each other or you guys. Now, without any further ado, I know that Jay is just so excited to share some announcements with you because we got some really good news.
Some doozies.
Lots
Lots of good news. So first of all, Rebecca, say hi to Rebecca, everyone.
Hi,
she was
Rebecca.
moderating in the chat. If you have any questions or
Barnabas.
anything, make sure that you let her know, and she will let us know in the break. We'll do a giveaway. We haven't done one in a while, so we'll do a prize pack, actually.
Yeah.
We'll do a miniature prize pack. It'll include WizKids and Bones, probably, and it'll be awesome, and we'll send it to you. The way that you get entered into that is you just need to be active in the chat. Rebecca will take down all the names of the people that are active in the chat, and then every time you chat, you have more and more a chance of winning. So make sure that you do that. I want to thank WizKids, of course, for minis, which we're not using a lot of minis tonight. I think it's a lot of theater than mine, potentially.
Yeah.
Sirenscape for all the ambient sound, of course. Norse Foundry, Elderwood Academy, Vallejo. Did I miss anybody? No, we're good. That is all of it.
Axe and Shield.
Axe and
potentially,
Shield for all the awesome stuff. Yeah, we have lots of wonderful people who give us wonderful stuff. Last night, Nolz's Marvelous Tutorials with Realmsmith
Was awesome.
We had Nora, Ibrahim, and from Have Dice Will Travel and Vampire the Masquerade on that channel.
Geek and Sundry.
Thank you. It's on Geek and Sundry. I know Geek and Sundry is. I just had a brain fart. And John Kowaleski from Monster Fight Club, formerly of Gale Force 9, founder of Gale Force 9, painted White Dragons last night. So you're going to be able to check that out on the...
This very
it was cool.
table sitting right here.
Very cool.
Yes.
Oh,
In that chair.
one was
And in that chair.
So we, anyways, but those will be loaded on our YouTube and the D&D official YouTube, so check those out. Make sure that you follow us here on Twitch, as well as on YouTube at /YouTube and /Realmsmith on both YouTube and Twitch, and all the socials were Realmsmith TV. Check that out. As most of you know, we have a Kickstarter, and we funded in less than 48 hours.
Woo-hoo! Yes, we did.
We
Thank
are,
you so much, everybody.
how many days in are we now, Joel? 4 or 5?
6 days.
6
We're
days in, and we're less than $2,000 off of our first stretch goal at $40,000. We're gonna play you our Kickstarter video, and then I'll talk about the stretch goal after that.
Yes, and we have an announcement, which some of you may know about, but some of you may not. I'll share it after.
Okay, after. Check it out.
Hi everyone, I'm Joel Auger, and this is
Jason Azevedo.
and we are just two of the partners in a company called Realmsmith who deliver amazing, immersive experiences for your Dungeons & Dragons tabletop gameplay every single month.
Every month.
Every month.
Like all 12.
All year long. So you might ask why we would kickstart this whole thing.
In its current state, Realmsmith has been operating for, a year and a half, basically doing what we love to do and offering these boxes and shipping these boxes out. And we've learned a lot of lessons. But we've basically gone as far as we can on our own and with the resources that we've had up to this point. We want to take this to the next level. We want to make it better. We wanted to make it the best that it could possibly be.
We really do want more people to find out about what we're doing, and Kickstarter obviously is a central place for a whole bunch of gamers. We've seen countless tabletop games come to fruition through Kickstarter, a bunch of D&D based projects come to life. This is our first ever Kickstarter, and we're super pumped about being part of that community. In addition to that, we really believe that we're breaking Kickstarter with this new packaging campaign.
What we've been doing for the last year and a half is mailing out an adventure box. Basically what that is it's a series of 6 boxes within an adventure that carry along a campaign throughout all of it. They're shipped in this black mailer here that you see, and it includes everything that you see at the table here. Over the last year and a half, we've built some relationships with some awesome partners, and we'll show you some of the products from those partners that we have in each of our boxes. The first is the Fat Dragon Games Papercraft. Basically, we have the Shattered Shield Tavern here that the first module takes place in. We have some WizKids minis, of course. We've got Kale, the bartender here. That is actually a Reaper mini. WizKids minis, we have a Dancing Girl. We have Violet, the maid who plays a huge part in the first module, no spoilers. We also have scented candles. This is the Blazing Hearth candle. We actually create these here in Toronto with a local artisan. And this smells like a fireplace. We have the Shadow Shield Tavern mug, which is part of the actual first module that you give to your players as part of the story. Every box comes with a module that we've written, which actually has cues of when to light the candle and when to play certain sound sets and moods and sounds from our Sirenscape custom sound sets that we've put together, as well as a hand-drawn map of the Shadow Shield Tavern. Our idea for these modules is pick up and play. The purpose of our boxes is to allow the DM who's busy, who has a life, who has children, who has a family, to literally sit down and play as quickly as possible with as little barrier to entry as possible.
So beautiful. So with that, we should introduce our new boxes.
The components were right. They had all of the
when we cast
stuff.
The spell last time.
Yes.
We had the motion different than we did this time. The new boxes. We kind of did the whole like whoosh. And then it happened.
Is that the somatic?
It's the somatic. It's the
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Here we go. Oh, here we go. It worked. Whew. All right. Well, this is it. We wanted to give as much value as we possibly could into our boxes. And we decided by looking outside of the box to create this brand new mailer that we can mail all of our boxes in each month. And as you open it up, what you'll see is within our prototype, there is actually a DM screen
inside the box.
It's in the box!
Crazy, right? And so what you do is you cut it all out, and all these areas will be punchable, and you will punch it all out, and it will turn into exactly what you see in front of you here. It's a full DM screen with a bunch of tables that we like to use at our games. It's D&D 5e compatible. It's got an initiative tracker up top with these little markers that you can write your PC names in. There are markers for NPCs. There are markers for monsters if you want as well. And then there's this really cool, nifty, as it were, dice tower right in the middle of it. So you can roll your dice through it or whatever you want to do. There's also punch-out condition markers as well as initiative coins and things like that. So that is actually the value that we've added into the box every single month. As part of our initial goal, we want to make sure that we provide this DM screen. This is just a prototype. Of course, we want to be able to print it and tool it and offer it to monthly subscribers starting actually in January 2020. That we need a fulfillment partner. Currently, it's being done out of Tim's garage, as we talked about. And his wife isn't too happy about that. So we want to make sure that we're actually shipping on time through a fulfillment partner so that we're not doing it ourselves and we're able to focus on creating better content for all of you out there as well. In addition to our initial goal, which will bring us the DM screen upgrade and upgrading the items that are in the box, we have a bunch of really awesome stretch goals with the design and desire to actually bring the community together. And so check out our stretch goals. And then the rewards. We have some crazy rewards. And our logistics manager, Tim, is going to kill us, really. But
we weren't supposed to do this.
We weren't, but we are because it's so cool and we're all about immersion. So please check those out. And they're in the same kind of vein as everything that we do at Realmsmith.
Yeah, there it is. The announcement I was going to make, by the way, is that today, just before the end of the workday, Eastern Standard Time, Kickstarter decided to make our project one of their projects we love. Woohoo! So, thank you, Kickstarter, for choosing us
And for loving us.
and for loving
Yes,
us.
we love you
For
too.
loving us.
They love us. They really love us.
They do.
Right.
So thanks. That's awesome. Hey, if you want to share it out to your friends, that would be helpful. We are so close to our first stretch goal being met. We're less than $2,000 away. So tell your friends.
Yes, our first stretch goal, so that people know, there is a video on our page that you can check out. We should have put the link on the thing. Anyways, to find out or to get to our Kickstarter, you go to realmsmith.tv/Kickstarter. That's realmsmith.tv/Kickstarter.
It will auto forward you. We're not taking any data there. We're just like passing you along to Kickstarter.
Yeah. And it's just easy to remember than Kickstarter/project/blah blah.
Yeah.
And then our first stretch goal is our adventure builder. So the idea there is that we're actually going to create an online interface to search and explore our adventures on a map of the region of Glynn, which is where our campaigns currently take place. You'll be able to click through the adventures, look at the different boxes, look at the little synopsis for each one. But that's just kind of like the skeleton of the real experience. And the real experience is, for the first stretch goal, is that DMs can run their sessions, and then based on the progress and what their players do at the table, they fill out a little survey online after, basically like who you saved, what monsters you killed, who survived, who died, all that kind of stuff, which will actually educate or allow us to evolve the campaign into the future. So your actions will be taken into consideration as the public, the majority of the players out there, and we will write and affect the future of the campaign based on your actions. So it's a living, breathing, evolving campaign.
Yeah,
system.
you guys are helping us write the stories that will be canon in the world of Aloon.
Yeah, and not only that, when we release campaign books, your actions will be immortalized in those.
Yeah, that's right. They'll be represented in the history of the world.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, did we ask people at home during our last game whether or not they wanted their player characters immortalized inside of our campaign world?
Yes, so that is something that people are really interested in.
Okay.
Which we weren't going to necessarily.
I didn't say that out loud though, did I?
But that might be coming.
Did I?
It was in your head. Don't.
Okay,
might be
good.
Didn't hear that.
Glad no one heard that.
Heard what?
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Good. So check out our Kickstarter. Please back us if you can't, because we have some awesome stuff, including some amazing add-ons. You can check that out. But if you can't back us, spread the word, because that is equally awesome for us to kind of get the word out. So thank you so much, everyone, and thank you so much for all of your support up to this point. We have like 20 some odd days left to go, and it's crazy cool that we've gotten this far.
Yes, it's
awesome.
incredible.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you
I
very
think
much.
we're
Good to go.
We're good.
Yeah, let's do some character introductions, starting with Adam here.
I'm Adam here, and I play Shamgar, human barbarian. And now Shamgar is level 6.
Yay, Shamgar! Beer, beer, beer. That's what happens at soccer games, but not in D&D.
No, it just happened in D&D.
Nope.
D&D's ours.
Oh, okay.
You're not the boss of me.
So,
That seems to be true.
stay tuned to see how Shamgar has been upgraded.
Because you don't know?
No, because I did.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But it'll
Oh,
Oh,
all
I
come up
see.
again?
All
Yeah.
correct.
Nice.
Okay.
Excuse
All
me.
in the wash.
Just keeping it all a little secret here.
secret.
All right, fine. Well, you already heard about some of Creighton's things last session. It was fun. It was just the two of us.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And we had this like
It
buddy.
was awesome.
Yeah, it was like really like our best.
Like our
yet.
best yet.
It was kind of like a buddy comedy.
It was.
Kind of like
Pretty much,
romp
yeah.
through Aloon. It was fun.
Yeah, it was funny.
Anyways, but I am Jason, and I play Creighton, a gold dragonborn monk, who now is looking for a blade and found his blacksmith from the Renuku clan last session. So I'm very excited to dig into that. Cool.
Okay. I'm Joel Auger, and I play a character named DeGraff Hulsby. And that character is a bard. Human bard.
Is this your Obama voice?
No.
It's a human bard.
He's a human bard. And
Let me be clear about this.
let me be clear about this.
a
That
human
was
bard?
more
That was
Reagan
That was
than...
Clinton, maybe? I don't know what that was.
I don't know any of the American presidents. I'm Canadian. So yes, he's level 6. He upgraded recently in the last session to being able to throw the magnanimous fireball, which is a really great
You
spell.
should have kept that a secret so that...
No, he knew. He
Shamgar
watched. He watched the whole stream. I know because he told me.
It's not true.
Okay, he didn't. Yeah, so he's a super special character now, whereas before he was totally killable. Now he can almost do damage. Wow! I know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So that is he. I so didn't prepare a song for tonight.
On the spot. On the spot.
Can you do the one from last week? Because you didn't get to do it at the end.
Oh, that's true.
It was
That's
magical.
true.
Oh,
Here
last
it
week
is.
though, is this not the graph?
This is DeGraff.
Truly
I was
magical.
there. I was there as DeGraff last week. Let me try to find what he did because it's
really
here
good.
somewhere.
Oh, see, I'm producing tonight and I forgot to do this.
Oh, DeGraff, who's be? Oh, we didn't also do Shamgar
I know.
on there. Okay, well we can
okay,
forget
that's
about it.
right.
You're right.
Level 6.
I'm trying to find
The song?
the song. Do you remember what? Do you remember what it was?
It was free falling.
Summer of
No.
69.
No, Summer of '69. That's what it was.
The summer my brother died, I think is the name of it.
The summer my brother
That's-
died.
You're right.
That's what it
You're
was?
right.
Oh my goodness.
I'm looking for that, but I can't find it. So sorry, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
When I find
Aw,
it, I'll
Joel.
do it. When I find it, I'll do it. DeGraff will do the song when
Maybe
when
on
it's done.
break, maybe
When I
maybe.
find it.
When the
Yeah.
stream's done?
When the stream's done. No, when I find it.
And I am Brandon Perkins, your DM, and I am really, once again, super excited and honored and humbled to get to be here at the table with you guys yet again. We are episode 27 of Dragonsbane, and time has just flown by. It's been like a year now, maybe? Maybe we've been doing this, at least?
A long time.
Yeah, and now we're going weekly. It's really exciting. The conclusion for our other campaign will be happening eventually.
Yes.
Or
we
Storm
need
King's
to work
Thunder.
that out.
Yes.
Yes.
And we'll be continuing a special old school style dungeon crawl eventually as well,
Oh,
which
yeah,
was
we
a
need to do
ton of fun. Last week we did that, and I was thinking about it all week. I can't wait to get back to that thing. Even though
When are we gonna do
I
that?
don't like my character, but that's okay because we can kill him. So.
Oh, well.
Oh, thank you. That's good to know.
When are we going to do that? We got to figure
You
that out.
found it?
Found it.
Joel found the song.
Here goes. I got my first real 4-string. You want to say what's that? Here we go. I got my first real 4-string. Bought it at the Iron's Hide. Played until my fingers bled. Was the summer my brother died. Playing on my father's porch. I thought that it would last forever. Then he chased me with that torch. Figured it was now or never. That was the worst day of my life. Of my life. That was the worst day of my life.
So good.
Of my life.
Does anyone here know Brian Adams? He's Canadian, and we all know each other, but it would be great to have him come in and sing that.
Yeah, it really would be great to have him come in and
Imagine.
just do that version
That would be
at
amazing.
the table with us.
Do you think he plays?
I think he's into it. No, I think he does play.
That would be
But
fun.
I know nothing, so I can think all kinds of things
Who
that
knows?
don't make sense.
Who knows? All right, let's jump right back into the game. Are
do
you
it.
guys ready?
Yes.
All right, excellent. You travel the fantastic and boundless world of Alun, hoping to find some sign of a way back to your home realm, where you plan to face Tiamat in an effort to drive her back to the Nine Hells. The man in purple, which you had encountered below the Isle of Atmos, has absconded with the hourglass artifact which was stolen from the gilded merchant. He had surprisingly resumed time in the Underkingdom before he had left, leaving it to continue its battle against the ancient red dragon that had melted the gold within the mountain to begin with. Crichton and de Graaf set out on an adventure after their return to nowhere to find a blacksmith able to forge a Renuku weapon, a Renuku blade rather, from the Renuku clan of which Crichton is a member. And they ended up recovering one of Crichton's own clan who was able to forge such a weapon. So amazing! Some good rolls happening around there. Now you guys are in nowhere. You have a moment to rest and reflect on the events of days past. Now, before we get back to you guys, Shamgar, in this time, you have had a nice long rest. And during this rest, you had a strange dream. And in the dream, you were seeing through the eyes of an eagle soaring over the land. And it seemed as though you could just make out all the detail of things a mile away, as though it were close to you, even as close as 100 feet. It's an incredible dream, but when you wake and you step out the door of the small shack that you guys have been sleeping in, you look across the land of nowhere, and you still have that sight. It seems some new inspirational power has risen up within you as you have taken the totem of the eagle.
The eagle.
Oh my.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Did you know this?
No.
It's part of his level up. You can explain it more if you want, if you,
Totem of the eagle.
unless I've explained it enough, but
Yeah.
yeah. But feel free to
Walks with eagle wings.
walks with eagle wings.
Like, wow.
This is really awkward, guys.
There's no bones in these feathers.
Is that almost a spit
I think
take?
we broke, yeah, right on your
Done.
Okay,
Let's continue.
iPad and everything.
hilarious.
That was very close.
That's awesome.
Okay, so you guys have just returned, and you have, let's see, his name was Tobo, I believe.
Sure
and
was.
with you. He's not in 100% perfect shape, but he seems to be well enough, and he's very excited to get to work on the weapon for you. He ends up talking to Galdred to find out where some forge supplies might be, and it turns out that Kellen, the skinny one, happens to have a forge on his property. However, it has not been used in a very, very, very long time. They think that it won't take long to get the forge up and running once again, to be able to forge this weapon for you.
Yep.
He takes the glaive of the fallen from you.
Sure does.
And he disappears for a bit of time. He says it will take probably a week or two to be able to forge this weapon for you and to do it justice.
Awesome.
Okay.
Cool.
This morning, you realize that you seem to have misplaced your axe. What? You can't seem to find it. Yeah. It was on your person. You know it was there when you went to sleep, but you can't seem to find where it has gone.
Okay.
Sorry, we're back?
You guys are back right now. You guys are in the vision chamber with Galdred and the Gilded Merchant.
Got it.
Yep. You guys have been gone for, I think, about a day. It was a bit of time, maybe half a day to a day. I'm trying to remember exactly how long.
Okay.
Yeah. And you, in that time, have been with Lady Pongo and Traith, and they have just been relaxing for the most part. What do you think you would be doing in this time?
So if we're still in nowhere,
Yes.
then Cornelius is somewhere, but he's just not with us.
Cornelius has,
He's still in nowhere.
yeah, he is in nowhere. Well, he was in nowhere for a short time before he left. Galdred had told him of a place where he would be able to train the boy, or rather raise the boy and help to save the mind of the boy king. Somewhere not within nowhere, but elsewhere. Elsewhere.
The next town over.
Somewhere elsewhere. I like that.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Is everyone else awake?
Yes, you actually, when you wake up, you just see Lady Pongo and you see Traith there. There was a time where you saw DeGraff, and he had left with Crichton. You haven't seen them since. You noticed that your axe is missing, and it seems like they're going to be gone for some time. What are you going to do with your time?
Okay. Hey, have you seen my axe?
Who are you asking?
Traith.
Traith? Your axe? No. Where did you last see it?
I think I had it on me. Like, literally.
Yes, you have a bag and not much else, right? That's what it looks like. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
If I scan the room, do I see it anywhere?
Okay, yeah, give me an investigation check.
Good call.
16.
16. Okay, looking around the room, you don't see much sign of anything out of place other than your axe. However, you get this sense that you remember hearing a fluttering sound at some point in the night, like a sound. Roll history to see if you remember, if it makes any sense to you. That sounds familiar.
7.
7. Okay. With a 7, you're not really too sure what that sound might be. You think it probably would belong to something that can fly. Yeah.
Have you seen it, Lady Pongo?
Me? No. Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna go look for it.
Okay, have fun. So Lady Pongo just sits down and goes back to whatever she was doing,
Okay.
polishing her armor.
I'm not already outside, right? I'm inside.
Nope, you're not already outside. Right now you're inside of a small cabin with just a few small beds that you guys have been using to rest in.
Okay. I'm gonna step outside and sort of scan the outdoors with my new vision.
Yes. You are, this cabin is placed on the side of the mountain that Cauldron has his vision chamber within at the top. So you can see quite a distance. You see right across the open fields to the forest where Kellen lives. You see it's just a vast expanse of grass and then trees right on the other side. So grass to the left, grass to the right, trees right across the fields.
That's funny. If I wanted to scan everywhere I'm looking at,
Yeah.
it'd be like zooming in really close on Google Maps and then just swiping to the side. Just it would take forever.
Scrubbing the
So you're just looking around
I can
everywhere.
just see Sham going.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. You can zoom out. Oh, no. It's a new feature.
All right. Okay. So from there, while you're scanning, we're going to go back to DeGraff and Crichton. So you guys just came back with Tobo. He has told you that he's going to take some time. He's going to go to this forge that Galdred has told him about. He's taken your glaive.
Does he seem to be back to full health?
He's not back to full health. However, he doesn't seem to be too bothered. You imagine he's been in a few scrapes before. And he would prefer to ignore whatever discomfort he's going through rather than give it any acknowledgement whatsoever.
Do they come to where I can see them? Like, are they journeying through
They
there?
are both in the vision chamber. Now, you
okay.
will see, this is all right now going to be happening at the same time, just for simplicity's sake. Let's say some time has gone by since you got up out of bed. You will be seeing Tobo if you are staying where you are. You'll see him shortly, but not right away.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's just left with the glaive on his way to see Kellen about the forge. You're watching out into the grasslands?
Yeah. And also I'll investigate my immediate area as well.
Okay. All right. So roll an investigation check.
I'll,
13. Okay.
Can I ask Crichton a question?
Yes, go for it.
I have a interesting question for you. Do you remember when we were dismembering the beast?
Yes.
Did you have the glaive on you at that time?
Yeah.
I'm curious. You seemed so like you wanted to not damage the animal at first.
Right.
And then you broke its kneecaps with your hands and ripped its legs off
Yes.
without the glaive.
Yeah.
Do you have certain mental or anger issues that I should know about and be aware of to protect myself against in the future?
First of all, I mean, there's a fire within all of us.
You
And anger
especially. Figuratively and literally.
I did not want to use the glaive yet. There's a purpose that it serves.
I see.
As far as the creature goes, it's the circle of life. It moves us all. And
Words never truer were spoken. Wait, words never spoken were ever truer. I'll get this one right eventually, I promise.
it was for the greater good.
I'll take your word for it. Good. Onward.
Okay. So, are you guys staying within the vision chamber now? Both Galdred and the Gilded Merchant are there.
I walk up to Cauldron and the Gilded Merchant and I say, thank you. My quest has come back.
Certainly,
Successful.
as we had hoped,
Tobo is safe.
and we are quite glad. It seems this weapon could be instrumental in your success.
I hope so.
Now, shortly, myself and Turgafiti would like to meet with you all. Collect here within an hour, and we shall speak. He and I have talked much, and we believe that there is some to be discussed about the future for you, your world, and this world alike. Seems there is much happening in this balance across these many worlds. Something has been unsettled with the movement of Tiamat. Speak with you shortly.
And he turns back to Togafiti and they talk a little bit more.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, so I want to head back to the cabin,
Yeah.
drop off my stuff, and then get as much meditation time as I can to get a short rest in that hour.
All right. Okay. So,
And I'll just head up to basically like the peak of the mountain, and I want to meditate and go over my scrolls and my learnings and all that kind of stuff.
okay.
And I'll, as I see him go, I'll just go, have a rest and be the best. To inspire him with some extra bardic inspiration or short rest.
Okay. Is that 1d6?
It's 1d6.
Okay.
That I can add to anything?
Yep.
Yes. And you have it for how long? An hour?
An hour.
An hour. Okay. You rolled a 13 on your investigation. That will last for the time until Crichton comes to the cabin. So you see an odd dragonborn fellow dressed similar to Crichton, walking down the mountain, holding the glaive that Crichton has been wielding for so long. And he's continuing down and through the mountain towards the grassland. You also notice off in the grassland Fiddle, the pixie, holding an axe that looks a lot like yours, but shrunken down to his size, and heading towards the forest. And shortly after you notice that, you hear Crichton approaching you.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
That's Tobo. Our quest was successful.
What?
Never mind. We need to meet with Cauldron in an hour.
Well, I'm looking for my axe, and
Okay.
it's gone for some reason. I thought I saw Fiddle with it, and it was shrunk, maybe, but
Who was fiddling with it?
someone was.
No.
Fiddle had it, but it wasn't Fiddle.
Phil.
Right. But this is a new weapon.
Which one?
Togo?
Tobo.
Tobo?
What about him?
What's he have there?
Oh, that's the glaive of the fallen that I've had. And it's that silver glaive that you recognize from. We took it from Lane Drosso when we killed him. That's okay.
Oh.
He's crafting a Renuku blade from the glaive from me.
I believe his name means try one, get one.
Oh. If I can't find my axe,
Oh.
to,
Togo. Is it not Togo?
to,
Is it not Togo?
Tobo.
Tobo?
Yes.
Oh, then it means try one, buy one.
It's like a car salesman.
Yeah.
what language is that?
I don't know.
Could I borrow it if I can't find my axe?
I'm sorry, but it's being used.
He's just holding it.
No, he's actually going to turn it into a sword for me.
I mean, it looks fine the way it is.
Yep. You can't have it.
I'm just gonna borrow it.
I apologize.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go find Fiddle, because I think he may have some answers for me. What were you saying about
In
Cauldron?
an hour, we need to be back with Cauldron.
Oh, no.
You know what, Shamgar? I'll join you. Let's go find that fiddle. I have a lute and a dulcimer.
Exactly what we need.
Yes, we'll make beautiful music.
I have my drum.
Ah, great. On to fiddle.
On to Fiddle.
All right.
Good
so,
luck.
you go and start your meditation, and you enter in a fairly deep meditation right away. Roll a religion check.
Oh, excuse me. Boom! 16.
16. I was like,
Just
what?
subdued boom.
You're rolling all these 20s before the game?
No.
Okay, so with a 16, you feel a strong connection between yourself and Bahamut. It is not
Oh,
as
really?
yeah, it is not as strong as it has been in the past. However,
Sure.
it is one where you do feel like you're getting some good, deep time in fellowship with your god. Yes.
I'm feeling more hopeful now that I found Tobo and was able to
Yes.
complete my quest.
That hope is helping to bolster this moment of deep insight and introspection.
Cool.
So, yeah.
I like it.
All right. Okay. Now, you two are continuing down the mountain. The mountain is not overly tall. As you remember, it's maybe 200, 250 feet tall, which, it looks fairly big, but it doesn't take as long to climb as, say, like an actual mountain. It's just this weird mini mountain. So, you continue down past the waterfall through the first part of the valley, and you catch up to Fiddle fairly quickly, because it seems like he's on his way to the forest, but he's dawdling a lot and playing around with the axe, trying to cut grass and things like that. You catch up to him, and he doesn't even see you coming. So, what do you guys want to do as you're approaching? He hasn't noticed you yet.
Can we be singing a song when we get there?
Yeah,
Can, yeah.
we should be.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Got my first real 4-string.
I don't know where my drum is. I had a drum.
Yeah, we did. Oh, well, that's
Moved
fine.
back there.
Okay.
We're just going for a little walk. Maybe it's time to talk with a little fiddle.
I've been doing this all day. The pixie took my axe away. I'm just looking for Fiddle.
We're gonna have some fun. Walking along and then we'll be done. When we find Fiddle.
This is taking a while, I swear. Oh wait, he's right over there. It's the thief named Fiddle.
I really want to do a bard stream sometime with you guys. We have to. Like, even if it's just a one shot, we got to do one where you're all just bards.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That's going on the album for sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Catch
so
up to him.
Do we catch
up to him
At the
singing
final
that
verse.
song, and he's, hey, hold on, I'm not a thief. I'm not a thief. Cauldron told me to take it.
What?
I just shrunk it down so that I could hold it. He just told me to bring it to Kellen because he would need it in a minute.
You needs my axe for something?
Well, I don't know if he needs it. He just told me to bring it there. And he flies up to your shoulder. I'm really sorry. I didn't try to steal it. I'm not stealing, I promise. Cauldron told me to.
Oh. That's not where we're supposed to be, right? In an hour?
No, you're supposed to be back with Cauldron
Oh, okay.
in an hour.
Why do you think he wanted you to have the axe instead of the one who owns it?
He just told me to bring it there for reasons, I'm sure. I don't know the reasons.
Oh, well, let me ask you this question. If you can make it small, can you make it bigger?
I think so. Okay, so he drops it on the ground and goes, and now it's double the size it normally is.
Oh.
I don't think I can carry that one, but I've got to bring it back to Kellen because Cauldron told me to.
Can I try to pick it up?
You can try to pick it up. It is twice as heavy as it normally is. So it definitely takes a bit more effort, but it's not that hard for you. You feel like if you wanted to try and fight with it, it would be a little unwieldy just because you're not used to the weight.
Ah.
I don't. That's not going to last. It will come back to normal size eventually.
Well, how long?
I think an hour? I could be wrong. I don't do this very often. I think an hour.
Well, I'd say about 12 feet.
I think you're right.
Wow.
I don't get it. Okay. Now, I just wanted to do what Cauldron told me to do. I think, that might be maybe I could bring it to do the thing he said. Do you need it now? Because you don't have to. I mean, I could still. I'm sorry.
And you have no idea why he needs it?
No, he just told me to bring it there. I don't know why.
Do they need to chop something?
Maybe. Maybe he broke his knife and he needs it to chop sandwiches.
Well, how long will this take? Because I can just bring it the rest of the way and chop up a sandwich.
I don't know. Well, I mean, it's for you to go there and come back. That might be a couple hours. There's the pixie flies.
As the pixie flies.
Well, all right. You can borrow it.
Ah, yes. How about I just bring it right there this time instead of playing with it?
Sure.
Okay. And he.
But if I don't get this back, you owe me an axe.
Deal. We don't have many around here. But deal.
I only need one.
Excellent. So he shrinks it in your hand down to the little tiny size, and you just kind of just fits like this in your hand. All right.
It's like a hatchet.
Okay. Takes it. I feel like you now. And good to see you again, Mr. DeGraff.
Good to see you, little pixie.
You should pop by Kellen's later. I'm sure he's making sandwiches. He's always making
I
sandwiches.
loved his sandwiches last time.
Yes, he's always expecting company, even though nobody ever comes. I've got to go. And he flies off. All right.
Well, I guess we're supposed to be back at the other place.
We should probably head back.
You see Tobo passing off in the distance. He's looking over at you, recognizes you, and waves, and
Oh.
holding the glaive.
Is he like going where we were coming from elsewhere, or
He's about 200 feet away, so he's coming from the mountain area. You guys had been moving faster than he was. He's still fighting an injury from the looks of it, but he's now passing by where you guys.
Is he more or less personable than Crichton as a Dragonborn?
From the sense that you got, he's definitely a little bit more
he waved?
talkative.
Okay. He waved. I just when you said that, I just imagined the Crichton would never wave at anyone.
Well, he has a
No.
a bit of a dire nature around him from what you've seen, but it could have just been the circumstance that he came from. You don't know if it's part of, maybe the culture that they come from as well. Maybe they're just that serious. Yeah. Yeah.
Where are you going?
Some guy named Kellens. It's in the forest. He said a large set of bones will mark the door.
Oh, you're going to make that sword, right?
I am. And I was told an axe, too.
Oh.
Yes. The Cauldron fellow said an axe as well.
Okay. Maybe he's anticipating a replacement because he doesn't trust the pixie.
Well, it'll be of different make than the sword. The sword is special in another way.
Whatever.
What was that about a pixie?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm Tobo.
I almost said I'm Adam. I'm Shamgar.
Wonderful to meet you. Hopefully we can chat soon.
Is he the exact same color as Crichton?
He's actually silver. Not gold. Yeah. I'm trying to remember what we said last time.
He was gold.
Gold? He was gold?
I think
Okay.
he was gold.
All
I think
right.
you
It's
said
my
he was
fault. It's my fault. Usually I rewatch the stream. I didn't get a chance this week. So, yeah, gold.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, happy trails.
Yes, and to you. See you shortly, I suppose. Doesn't seem to be much around here.
You're right.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, so he goes. Seems to be in relatively good spirits. All right. Now, are you guys, what are you going to do here?
So go back to where Crichton is.
Okay, so you go back to where Crichton is. At this point, it's about 10 minutes until the time you're expected to meet with Cauldron and the Gilded Merchant. You're still deep in meditation when they arrive, but you hear them approaching.
No, I tried to get somewhere up on the peak that was...
So you're pretty high up?
Yeah.
So above where the vision chamber would be, essentially. So to scale that portion, it is snow-capped, oddly enough.
Yeah.
So you had to cross a bit of ice and stuff, but you got there. And once you got up to the top, it gave you about 40, 45 minutes of good, time to sit there and enjoy your meditations.
All right. With about the equivalent of 2 minutes left, I'm going to come down. Enough
Okay.
time to get down.
All right, so you guys are making your way up, looking for him, and they probably wouldn't see exactly where you were up there. So you're kind of heading up there, and you have an idea of where he might be. Okay. But soon you see him actually coming down the mountain towards you.
Crichton,
Yes.
do you know if I'm just feeling a little left out here. Do you happen to have an extra blade on you or something else I could... I believe that Tobo, to be or not to be... No. Tobo is going to make you a sword.
Yes, that is the intention.
And you may not know this, but I believe he's going to make you an axe.
But I have an axe.
I believe he's going to make you a special axe, different than the one you have now. Turn yours into an actual different axe. But I would like to get in on this little deal. Do you think he'll be able to do, one of my daggers or my rapier or...
Tobo is an incredibly skilled master smith.
That's a yes then, you think?
And he is a legend when it comes to making weapons that are used in combat.
Great, so yes then.
By definition, that negates your weapons in general.
Because I use them so rarely in combat?
Yes.
Or because I should use them more in combat?
You'll have to speak to him, I don't know.
Okay. I think he'll do it. I just need your support. right? We go in there, you're getting a sword, you're getting an axe, I'm getting a special 2 daggers. I'm getting 2 daggers done by this Tobo Bogo buddy. Yes? Just need your support, gentlemen. Just need your support.
Cauldron needs us. And I turn and I start walking to the vision chamber.
Can I turn around and look to see how far Tobo has gotten?
So
I can see that.
you look off in the
Because I can
distance in
see
the direction that he was going, and you see him just crossing the tree line, and then he goes out of sight.
Well, if you want to request, he's way over there.
I'll wait till we're together with him and I have your support.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. So, you guys going to see Galdred in the vision chamber
Yes.
now? All right.
Yes.
Oh.
As you enter the vision chamber,
Vision.
yes, as you recall, it looked something sort of like this. You see Galdred and the Gilded Merchant, and right now they seem to be in some, viewing some underwater area. And it's very, very dark. It seems to be the bottom of the ocean, some place, but you can't make out much more than that. It's because of how dark it is. All right. So you guys are continuing in?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Let's put you guys here
I
then.
didn't know Wormwood made train.
Yep, they do. Wooden terrain.
They don't, but you know what? It works in a pinch. So, and that's what we used last time, so I wanted to keep consistent. All right. So, Galdred hears you enter.
Yes. Thank you for joining me. And, Togafiti as well. As I had told you before, we have been speaking, and I had also taken the time while you were away to try and find some manner for your return to your own world. And as it seems, I can think of none. I don't know a way for you to get back. Speaking to Togafiti has just confirmed much of my concern. He says that the divines are able to cross out of Alun, but mortals generally do not. However, it seems that there may be hope to cross over, but it does take a flash of divine energy beyond what most would be able to achieve.
Are you going to turn us into immortals?
I have no ability to do such things.
Oh.
And neither do I. I cannot make you immortal. That would be turning you into gods, and I don't have that ability.
How did you become one?
Well, some get here by choice and whatever their feats are. Me, I kind of happened into it. I was once something close to a human, as you can tell by the ears. It's funny how that's such a signifier in all these races. But yes, grew up on an island.
He's right.
Deep in the warm tropical seas. And, I had done everything I could to save my people and help my people. And as our island was destroyed, it seems I found myself in a divine court where they chose me to be the successor for the prior god of trickery, and I still don't know why they chose trickery for me. Maybe it was the only spot that was open. Either way, it was not my choice, and here I am, begrudgingly doing this work. And that's my story.
Doing a great job.
Oh, yeah, I would say so.
He's tricked us so many times.
So many times. He's done a good job there.
I've had eons to practice. It's thankless work. You know. Not many follow-ups.
Yes, we don't thank you at all.
So, You don't thank me at all. I imagine you don't. How's Greg doing, by the way?
He's still, the old ball and chain.
Yeah. Greg is actually doing much better. He just hasn't been speaking as much as he normally does.
Okay.
And he tends to spend most of his time sleeping. He seems to be in a bit of a funk ever
Okay.
since that incident.
Yes, I really do like the armlet.
Mm-hmm.
It fits nicely. It gives me a sense of what's going on, around because of Greg. When I need him, he's there. When sometimes I need him, he might be there. Sometimes he's not even there when I ask for him. It's a really strange relationship.
It is. And I hope you don't mind that I chose you as steward of this relationship.
Now, how long, out of curiosity, does the contract last? I never really did discuss terms with you.
The contract between yourself and me?
Yes, the blood contract that I signed with my blood.
It was an even trade. You see, I gave you Greg,
Yes?
and you gave me a favor
Yes.
that I can call upon. So the contract is now complete once you have fulfilled a favor of my request.
Which I'm so glad I've done.
And I'm very glad as well, for good reason. One such as yourself, you would honor a favor. I ask favors of you, all of you, because I know that you're honorable people.
Says
And that
the
you
god
would-
of trickery.
I believe you would keep a promise, and should I ask you for a favor, you'll do it.
I will.
I should hope.
I
That is the thinking behind all of this.
it is a contract, and it's binding.
Yes, but it is on your honor to fulfill the favor, since a favor is, in essence, a promise. Yes?
It is. I'm interested to find out more about this favor I owe you. But for now, we can move on to other things.
Certainly. So, what are your thoughts on what Galdred has just told you? He's not saying that you'll never get home, he's just saying that to do it, you'll have to do something of astronomical significance. Something that could shake this realm and possibly others.
Seems like the only way. I have no idea what that thing would be.
Well, I have suspicions, but I won't speak on it yet. But as I said, or as Galdred had said, and I had said first, before Galdred said it, you will likely have to complete something to cause a blast of divine power strong enough to tear a veil between our worlds so that you can slip through in that moment. That is the one chance to get from Alun back to your own realm. Yes. So, I'm sure that you all have many questions about many things. Myself and Galdred, we both hold much knowledge and experience. We've seen quite a bit. Galdred and his wise companions, and myself, as a god who has been around for eons, I know a lot of things and don't keep many secrets. So feel free to ask should any concerns or questions arise.
And you say you don't know the nature of this phenomenon or task.
I have thoughts around that. However, I hold my tongue in hopes that it's something that you won't have to do. It's just something that you might have to do. And I apologize for my vagueness. Just, I would like to confirm before I even mention it. On that note, Galdred and I have been trying to find out more about this man in purple. See, I don't know everything. I'm not all-knowing, and most of us aren't.
no matter how they would pretend. We don't know everything, and we're not all powerful either. We can be killed. It's just very, very hard to do. Well, the man in purple, we don't know his whereabouts now, but we do believe we have found a place where he may have been born. It seems there was a place we were viewing, and I got the sense of the hourglass, having been there recently. I think he returned home after leaving the Frozen Kingdom.
Do we have a sense for why he was supporting the Child King?
Yes, well, I don't know enough about his history to say, but he seemed to be observing evil. As though he was studying evil. And this Child King, in those hundreds of years, must have been a fascinating topic of study.
It does concern me that Cornelius is with that Child King. He has such a soft mind, Cornelius.
And a good heart.
Yes, but mostly a soft mind.
Yes, perhaps that innocence will be what it takes.
I sure hope so.
Should the boy king not corrupt him, let us hope he does not. Well, what else would you like to ask and talk about? Any concerns, any thoughts? Is there anything at all you'd like to know?
The pixie took my axe. There was some talk about getting a different axe.
Yes.
Nothing was run by me.
Yes. Yes. The pixie. I told him to take it. Please forgive me. I should have spoken to you first. I believe that Tobo would be able to enhance your weapon, so to speak.
Enhance a weapon?
Yes, and make it more powerful. Make it magical. You're seeking magic, yes?
Well, whatever weaponry I can take back and slay the orcs who slay my people.
Well, I do believe that the weapon that Tobo would create would be more than enough for that. He would enchant the weapons, not in the way that Crichton's weapon. Well, Crichton's weapon is made in a very particular manner, due to his clan. But for you, it would be more of a more standard enchantment.
Interesting. And go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, he just sort of does this for people?
But I had requested it in hopes that it would help you in your quest. I do believe that you intend to follow the man in purple. You wish to find this powerful artifact to help you in your battle against Tiamat should the time arise.
Well, some of us were thinking, since he's already got his tools out, if he just maybe took on a few more items.
Shamgar, let me step in. Yes. Yeah, that's a great idea, Shamgar.
What? I was just saying what you were saying.
Yeah, it's great. It's a good idea you came up with. That I could potentially perhaps give some of my sharp-edged weapons to Tobo, and get him to enchant them with some special powers. Because I as well want to get back and defeat Tiamat, the powerful dragon, and without enchanted weapons, what have I? Look at me,
You have great abilities
I'm so
and powers.
I'm so frail.
Don't downplay yourself. You're wonderful.
Thank you. I know that, but I really do need some enchanted bladed weapons.
And with that, Galdred looks over at the Gilded Merchant. The Gilded Merchant nods and he flips out of the room and flips back. Yes, I've spoken with him, and he's open with the idea. He said that there should be enough leftover material from what he's doing with your axe to also make a dagger. Will that be enough for your liking?
Yes, of course. I'm so thankful. I'd be so thankful, extra thankful for two,
Now,
perhaps.
that would mean, however, that your great axe would become a battle axe. Is that okay to you?
What? Oh, that's like...
It's smaller. You can use it with one hand. However, is that not...
I should never have asked. No, that's not right. Let's make sure that Shamgar gets his axe as great axe.
He did say that with a battle axe he could do a much more potent enchantment, however. Is that... You see, more power into a smaller package?
I've never used a battle axe before.
Is it a...
How big do those get?
Well, as I said, you can use it in a single hand, which would free the other one for perhaps another battle axe or a shield or something of that nature.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Is it still gonna be able to decapitate an orc?
Yes, I would say so, especially in your hands. In the hands of a common person, not so much, but in yours, I'm sure it would.
Hand?
In your hand. Think about it. One in this hand, one in that hand. Decapitate. You might even decapitate two orcs in a single swing. Who knows?
I can do that already with my great axe.
It's true. That's true. Well...
But I see where you're going.
Yes. And I see what sort of potential you have.
You do?
I do, yes. I'm impressed. You're impressive, Shamgar. You're all impressive. Crichton, you're being quiet over there. By the way, is that you're okay with this then? Is that...
Let's do it.
Yes? Oh, that's very kind of you. Now your friend shall also get some sort of an enchanted weapon as well.
So thankful, Shamgar. So thankful.
Good friends.
I will write you songs
Good
that will
friends.
regale you with your glories.
And it will be of orcs being decapitated to and fro, and you frolicking through fields of dying orcs. Your whole family will be happy about this song. I promise you, it will be amazing.
I, for one, cannot wait to hear it.
Well, the sooner I can kill those orcs, the more chance I will keep a family.
Just make sure they're not the good orcs. There's a couple of those around.
Good orcs.
They're not all evil. Yeah,
I guess-
you have a half-orc friend, and she seems pretty nice, eh?
Yeah, but that must be the half that isn't orc.
Well, I suppose we'll see.
That's all I know.
And Mr. Crichton, what are your thoughts in this moment?
Tobo is, like I said, a mastersmith.
Yes.
And it's just difficult for me to hear people barter over him.
I see.
He takes his craft seriously, and it should be taken seriously.
Oh, we take it serious.
But if further weapons crafted by him will help us in the coming days, then so be it. As the wind blows.
I believe that you all need some great power for what is coming. There's darkness in this world, as in your own. And as you face the darkness here, it shall prepare you for what is to come with Tiamat. I tell you, what you face here is nothing compared to her. And what you will face here is great.
As in great, or as in great?
Or the second one.
Right. I'm afraid.
Do we know where to find the Purple Man?
No. The best lead we have is finding this place where he has recently been. But it may set you on the right path. Maybe he spoke to somebody that you can interrogate and get more information from.
And where is it that he's been?
Well, he has been back in what I believe to be his hometown. It is an underwater city which houses people of his race. They are known as the Criff, and the town is named Terralam.
Under the water.
Under the water.
Terralam?
Terralam, yes.
All right.
It's a beautifully lyrical name.
Indeed.
Not unless you're a lamb.
I love you, Shamgar.
Forgive my ignorance. But is there air in this city?
There is no air.
Well played.
And that is why we will give you some potions of water breathing should you choose to go there.
Oh, I choose to go there.
I would imagine so.
Potions of water breathing?
Yes, indeed. So you drink them. They will allow you to breathe for an extended period of time. These ones are a little more potent than the ones you would normally drink. The ones I shall give you will last as long as you are underwater. However, once you surface, they will stop working.
So what are we breathing then?
In the water, you shall still be breathing the air, but your lungs will be able to take it out of the water. Sort of like a fish, but without gills. Magical gills, consider it. Yes.
Terra Lamb.
Terralam, yes. And the
How do we
Criff.
get-
Right
The
in
people
half.
are the Criff. Yes.
How do we get there?
I will have to send you, naturally. Goldred has not viewed this place long enough to be able to have a connection to it, to be able to send you there. He has limits to the places he can send you, as he had told you the first time you were here speaking to him, yes? But I can send you there. My
How long is
powers are still a little weak from our encounter with the man in purple.
How long is the journey?
The journey there, I can get you there instantly. However, the homestone of yours will not work immediately. It takes time in a place before it can establish a connection back here. So,
How do you spell Criff?
Kriph. And Terralam is spelled with a PT because that's more fun than just the regular T.
Sorry, K-R-I...
Kriph.
PH.
And Terralam is Pteralam. Terralam. Yes, no, these the people there are not so personable. They don't take kindly to outsiders, and generally when they are not home, they don't speak much with outsiders anyway. They're not regarded with much trust. And I would say undeservedly so. They're not all like the man in purple. The man in purple seems to be different. You see, his coloration was different as well. I believe him to be
Purple?
perhaps,
He was of a purple complexion.
his outfit was purple, but as you recall, his face completely white, and he had black movements over his face. It was constantly changing pattern.
Yes, like ink.
Yes, very similar to ink. I think perhaps he may be albino, maybe. And I'm not saying that has anything to do with his nature, but
Do they
it
like
differentiates him from the others, and maybe they picked on him in his youth. Could be why he's evil. Yes.
Do they like music?
Did people? Goodness, I suppose. I think there's some members of all races that like music. Yes.
Good.
Yes, we're not that all different. Yes.
Good.
People are people.
That's good news.
Right.
Shall we? And with that, I just like dunk, 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 walk to the edge and
Okay.
jump into the water.
As you
Water.
There's water. He said there's water.
it's a vision chamber, so it's the appearance of water.
Okay, so what happens? What happens? I
die.
jump down.
You jump-
Fall
you
off
jump-
the mountain.
You jump off.
Did he drink
Give
the
me a
thing
dexterity
first?
saving throw.
Okay.
Okay.
We didn't even get our potions yet.
I should show you my wisdom points. This is right in line with what the graph would do.
You guys are great.
Yeah. Okay, so I rolled 6.
Okay. So you go and you suddenly realize that, oh no, I'm going to fall, and that's not real water. So you go to reach back to grab the ledge, and you completely miss, and you're falling. And then you stop midair, and you feel yourself floating back up, and the Gilded Merchant is just like this. And he pulls you back. How about you wait a little bit?
I just, yes, fine. I was just so excited about,
You know, if I'm not around, you'll die doing things like that.
We know.
That's why he needs a special dagger.
He has.
37,000 plus times I've set back time with you all, and that's the first time I've seen you do that in here. You still find ways to surprise me.
I
all of
aim
you.
to entertain.
Entertaining you are. However, like I said a while back, this is our last go. I cannot turn things back again. I'm doing my
Right.
best to keep you all alive here, you see?
Right.
So that
of
you
course.
can stop Tiamat.
It looked so much like water.
I've made a
It really
promise,
did.
and I'm trying to help you.
Fair enough.
Is there anything that you can tell us about the Criff? Weaknesses, demeanor, what they like?
They're people not unlike yourselves. However,
What do their ears look like?
their ears, they do not have ears. Well, not shaped like yours. It's more like a hole in the side of the head, kind of an ear. The skin is soft. Think of them akin to maybe the skin of an octopus, with the same abilities. You see, they can change the coloration and pattern of their skin. Should one be in the proper circumstances, standing against a wall, you might not even see it there, because it could match the pattern that it is in front of. It is an inborn ability of their species. They are, of course, ocean delving species. This is where they are from. But they can live on land. Yes. As you've seen with the man in purple.
Do they need breathing apparatus?
They do not. They can breathe underwater naturally. Indeed.
And do we have any indication of where? Within, it's a city?
It is a city.
Within the city, do we know where we can find the man in purple?
I'm saying he has been there recently. I don't know if he is still there.
Do we know of any weakness in these people in Criff?
Well, swords and arrows and bludgeoning instruments and magic, the same as others. Just look out. Magic may behave differently underwater than it does above the water.
As do instruments.
Right.
Yes, they use more things like pipe organs as far as instruments.
Fair enough.
Things that requires wind and the flow of water to operate.
Brandish a kazoo.
Yes. Well,
Okay.
are you guys planning to go now?
Yes.
Or would you
I
be
would like
waiting
to.
a
I
week or
wanted
two
to go
for your
5 minutes ago.
I would like to
wait for your weapon first?
only
or-
take the... No.
Yes.
Perhaps we wait for the weapons.
Well, I certainly need my axe.
Or at least the breathing stuff.
A week or two, according to Tobo.
So we sleep for a
Probably
week.
closer to 2 now that he's making an extra.
I don't know if we have the time.
It is up to you.
And I think we should only take things that will not rust or deteriorate underwater.
Like,
Likewise.
Packs, paper, ink.
Should you oil up your metallic things before you go, that will help. However, this is salt water, and eventually corrosion could set in.
how long do we plan to be gone, gentlemen?
As long as it takes.
Again, this potion I will give you will last as long as you're underwater. If your head shall pop up out of the water at any point and breathe air, it won't work anymore.
If we wait a week or two, who knows where he'll be at that point.
I think
This
you're
is
right.
true.
We go now.
Shamgar?
Well, I have these little axes, I guess.
I still have my daggers, but they probably will rust in a week or two. But I'm getting new ones, so I'm good to go.
Okay.
All right.
Is there nowhere to get him an axe? In the meantime.
Well, I suppose I can find you one. You want a great axe, like you had?
Yeah.
Similar? It won't be exactly the same. It won't be of your tribe's make.
That's okay.
That's okay? All right. I believe I remember the weight distribution. I'll be back. Yes?
Healing potions.
Yes. I am a merchant after all. I have things.
Yes. Could I get some new strings while you're out? I'll assume if I take my instruments with me under the water, the strings made of metal will corrode, and so I cannot be anywhere without my instruments. So
Catgut?
catgut, yes, that's for the lute, but for the dulcimer, the strings are made of metal.
Specifically metal.
Yes.
All right. Let me see what I have in my vault.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Oil?
Well, I pop out. Anything else you want me to...
Rations?
Oil to oil a metal?
And just... Oh yes, oil to oil your metal. I would say oil your leather as well, because the salt may cause it to shrink.
Oh, what are we talking about?
That would hurt.
Have we any way to light our path down there? Fire won't work.
Fire will not work.
How do we even find our way?
Will it be dark down there?
Well, as you can see around you, it is quite dark. However, this is on the outskirts of the city. When you're inside, they do have bioluminescent lighting down there.
Do you have any suggestions for lighting our way while we go down?
Well, there's a few different opportunities if you want to use magical light. There's also, Goldred has this ball if he's looking to part with it.
Goldred, could I borrow your ball of light?
Oh, my... But I like it.
We'll be right back, not long.
So what if you die down there?
We certainly won't die. Look at us.
You
We're
might.
amazing. You even just said
What
you're
if you
amazing.
take a breath of air and then you're drowned down there?
I promise you, Goldred, with everything I have inside of me and my persuasion roll, that this will not go poorly.
Roll persuade.
Okay. Oh!
Is that a one?
Nat one.
That one.
Well, as much as I believe in you and your abilities, I really like my light.
Okay, luck point.
Okay.
Okay, 23.
All right, so what are you saying?
I really think that without your ball of light, we will be less capable of accomplishing this mission, Goldred.
You're gonna bring it back?
I promise you we will. It'll be in our shared care, but in my bag.
Don't let anyone take it from you.
I promise you I won't.
Okay, he takes it out, and it's about 3-inch sphere. Yeah, it's about the size of a boulder, and it's glowing with a light that's bright enough that looks like it will go about 40 feet, and then dim light for another 20 feet beyond that, underwater.
The label says Norse found.
That's fantastic! I hear they're amazing!
Do I still have... What happened with that black lance? Do you remember?
The Black Lance? I think you still have it, don't you? Oh wait, no. Is that the one that? Hold on.
Oh yeah, where
No,
did
the
that
black
thing
lance
go?
went back to...
Yeah, that's the one you gave to Lanaton.
That's right.
Wow, you guys have amazing
Yes.
memories.
Yes, I know. I don't always
That is correct.
review the stuff from that long ago, but that'll be horror. Okay, so you guys are waiting for the Gilded Merchant to return, and it doesn't take
Yes.
very long. And he shows up and he
Well-
gives you the oil. Yes.
Sorry, as he's gone, I'm gonna return anything that I don't need to the cabin.
Okay. So you're going to travel light?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Not gonna need a blanket, bedroll, like all that kind of stuff I'm leaving behind. Leave my backpack, just my weapons, some rations, some rope.
Okay, so you're just bringing weapons, rations, rope?
Yeah.
All right.
I'd be in a water skin with that. Seems a little...
All right, so keep that in
Fresh
mind
water would
for
be difficult to drink while you're drinking.
for all of your travel.
Yeah. And then I will take a moment to write on Peltor's parchment.
Yes.
And report back everything that's kind of happened in the last little while.
Okay, and as you unroll Peltor's parchment, you see there's all kinds of writing on it.
Oh, wow.
That they've been writing to you.
Oh, okay.
So Mr. Nagatomi has been writing progress reports and
Blast from the past.
and asking how you're faring, and if there's what has been going on. And then it eventually becomes, pleas for you to answer and pleas for you to respond. And then finally, as he had done once before, saying, then you must have passed. I am sorry, all is lost. As he seems to have given up hope. But the updates that you see are him talking about his attempts to try and find a way to use the link between the parchment to magically pull you back through. Yeah, and how he's found very little hope so far, but he still thinks there may be a way. Yes.
Okay. Well, I report everything back that
Okay.
I did since the last time I wrote.
Okay.
So everything's
All right.
done.
So you write back. You don't get an answer.
I roll it up and
right
put
away.
it safely somewhere in the cabin.
Okay.
How secure do I think this cabin is?
It's not built for security in any way, shape, or form. What do you
I
mean?
just mean like threats. Like, is there like a chest or like a footlocker or anything in these cabins?
No, it's pretty sparse. For the most part, it's just beds.
Okay, so I bring my backpack full of my stuff.
Yeah.
Back to, not that I care about I don't care about my stuff all that much, but I do care about the stuff that is enchanted and so on, like Peltor's parchment and stuff.
If you trust Pongo and Traith,
Oh, okay. They're not
because
coming.
they are
That's fine.
there.
They're not coming?
They're not joining you.
Okay, that's fine.
No, too many NPCs, and they don't have a vested interest in this yet.
Fair enough.
Not until they come back and play again.
Yes, exactly. Traith could have been here tonight, actually.
Could have been.
We should have asked him.
Yeah, if he's not doing work and grown-up things.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll fix them.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So once I've done that, I come back.
All right. So you come back and the Gilded Merchant is there. It wasn't going to be that long, but you've come back seemingly lighter and shinier. Did you wash or something?
Shinier?
Yes. I'm complimenting your scales. You look wonderful. Anyway, I have found everything that you need, and it didn't take long. I'm pretty good at this. So I've got the oil for you to oil your metal and your leather.
Leather, yeah.
Yes. Now, keep in mind, this oil will help to protect it for a certain amount of time, but should you be there for any extended period, you may find some corrosion and degradation of your equipment.
What happens to leather if it's too long?
The salt will draw a lot of the moisture from the leather. It shall become hard and brittle over time.
Okay.
Yes. Now
1990.
The effect of the potion will help you as well with the pressure of the depths of this place. So.
Okay.
So just be aware that should you do anything to lose the ability of this potion, you may not just drown but be crushed. So just be aware. Good on you. Here's your catgut.
Thank you.
And I found some strings that may fare a little better than standard metal, but they're not magic or anything.
Right.
Again, much like your other metal items, should they be down there an extended period of time, they'll probably snap.
Okay.
Corrosion and so on.
I might keep them
There
here.
you are. Now, health potions. Normally I would charge for these. But what do you say? A favor?
How much do you charge?
50 gold pieces per.
What kind of favor?
How much gold didn't we get gold last time?
Yeah, 70.
Is it 40 something each?
However much Cornelius had given you.
I know, we need to figure out how much that is.
I'm going to find out now.
I want to say 130 something.
Between
I'm sure
us,
he's
though.
in the comments right now saying, I gave you this much. You guys should have written it down. I took notes.
Oh, yes, and I have something else.
Okie dokie. Yes, and here is your new axe. And you see it. It seems to be of elvish make, but it's got about the same weight distribution as the axe that you had before. A great axe as well.
This is kind of fancy.
It is kind of fancy. You see the handle has silver filigree up through it, and it's kind of a shiny black handle. Looks like it was probably made of ebony. Yes, the blade is pristine as well. Looks like it hasn't been used. Yes. Now, the favor by chance, you can't blame a god for trying. What do you think? It's a good axe.
I'd say the fate of the realm was probably worth a couple of young
Playing on the fate of the realm and honor and all of this. It's just, you guys, so good. You're all so good.
I'm gonna start putting some oil on it. Well, what kind of favor?
Well, the same kind of favor I would ask of de Graaf here. I can elaborate no further until the right time comes. Let me just say, it is the kind of favor that I would be truly grateful to have you do for me.
Says the god of trickery.
Well, we're not all perfect.
True. I killed those guys before we knew if they were innocent or not.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yes, so do I. I wasn't there, but I can imagine.
Just to lend the axe then?
Yes, if you'd like to just borrow it, you can. Favor,
Okay.
though? For a favor, no? Yes? No? That's okay. You can. Never mind.
I guess I just...
Borrow. If you want to keep it, then maybe
I'll try it out. See how I like it.
I go too easy on you. Yes, there we are. You all have everything you need. Did you decide whether or not you wanted to purchase these health potions?
I really would like to not purchase them at the current price, says the Jedi Master. Can I persuade him?
Yeah, give me a persuasion.
Okay. Okay, 21.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Not at the price that I had stated. You can't trick a trickster,
Well, I mean, one great as you deserves someone great as I to attempt to.
I
do
am
something
pretty
as
great, and you know what? You're okay. But you're not as good as me. So, that said, no.
Fair attempt? No.
Fair attempt. No. 50 gold per, or one favor for 3.
No, we don't need any health potions. Let's just go.
It's time.
Yep.
All right. Well, these water-breathing potions I'll do you for free as well. And he gives each of you, it's a vial of this very ornate crystal, and it's spiraled, and it's got this kind of water motif on it. And it's intricate beyond anything you've ever seen before. Like, it seems beyond the ability to even make from anything you've ever seen from a glass blower or anything of that sort. Inside, the liquid itself looks like a raging ocean with bubbles just pushing up out of it, and every time they pop on the surface, another tsunami of a wave goes over within the bottle. It's beautiful to look at, and as you're watching it, you feel like you could just watch it for hours and see something new every time.
And cork and drink it.
Continually. You can cork and drink. All right, so you take out the crystal stopper on the top, and you down it. And it tastes very, very cool and soothing, and you feel it kind of extending out from your stomach up through your body, and then settling into your lungs where it feels cool, and suddenly the air that you're breathing seems almost unbreathable, and I should send you probably now before you breathe another breath, and then you won't be able to breathe underwater at all. And suddenly you're in the middle of darkness in the water.
Okay. Well, we have to join him. I uncork.
All right. And then you both go as well. Now all three of you are in the darkness of the ocean, and that's where we're going to take our break.
Yay.
Yes. All right. Okay.
like
Excellent. Let's bring this back to a more tavern-y sounding sound.
I like it.
Shall we?
I am going to take the tavern dog for
Yeah.
a bio break.
All right. So, should we show our Kickstarter video again?
We can do that again. Want to do that again?
Yeah. Any other
Sure.
announcements or anything we wanted to make during the break?
I don't think we have other announcements.
All right. Now, anybody that has a question for us,
Yes.
feel free to write question before your question in the comments. That way we can see it in the comment thread.
Are you
much
on
easier.
with Rebecca right now?
I will be shortly.
Questions, concerns, comments, complaints, flames, feedback?
There was one question. The question was, do we ship to the UK? Yes, we do. And I don't know if that's for the Kickstarter or for the giveaways, but they're both the answer is yes.
Yes, we do ship to the UK. However, when it comes to the crates, I think there's the shipping cost is a tad more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. EXO11514 on Twitch says, where did you get your beholder in the corner? And WizKids.
That's right.
Sent us the beholder.
Our good friends at WizKids.
We love them.
They're awesome.
And Real Taco Turtle on Twitch says, love the setup.
That's
So
all
thank
this
you.
guy right here.
All right, if you guys have any more questions, ask. Joel will be fielding questions.
I will be.
Otherwise, he'll be singing.
Sure. So, with regard to the setup, that was all Jason's doing. He even built this table with his own two hands, and I think maybe his son helped as well. He is going to be making a tutorial for how to build this table. There's, I think he's figuring out some details with some of the footage. It takes some time to edit and everything. So that's something that is eventually going to come, though probably not tomorrow.
We have so many plans for content. The Kickstarter is definitely keeping us busy.
Yeah.
When it comes to content. If you guys have any questions, do let us know.
Yeah.
I am in the chat on YouTube along with Fireball. I'll do that one next.
Fireball.
Fireball.
See what that does underwater.
Yeah. Let us know. The more, hey guys, by the way, how this giveaway works is as you guys comment in the streams, we actually take note of your participation and then we pick from those who are participating. So, is that right? I didn't say that right, but whatever. It works.
Yeah, it's totally works.
Yeah. So let us know if you have any comments. In the meantime,
Yeah.
What? I bet the dice will. Question: what if an air bubble comes out of nowhere and hits one of the guys in the face? Does that mean they stop breathing underwater?
If they breathed any of that air in, yes. They will stop breathing underwater and they will be crushed by the pressure.
So,
So look out for Sonic the Hedgehog style air bubbles under the water.
Okay. Did Sonic at some points go inside of a bubble?
He would breathe it. I don't remember if they were inside a bubble, but I remember the horrifying music when you're about to drown.
Yes, I do remember that as well. Yeah, I installed it on my Apple TV the other day for my kids.
That would be like the worst ringtone ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should get one.
All right. Are you going to play some music?
I won't because I don't know how. What do you guys? Okay, I have a question for you at home. we are running a Kickstarter, and you guys know this already. We have an inordinately large, that's an irregularly large number of people who are going directly to the $149 Tavern Keep. And it's like by far the most popular, by a factor of 10, most popular pledge level.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. And none of us can really figure it out. Obviously, we're talking about the boxes a lot, and we're advertising them a lot. Why do you think? What is it that we could do? First of all, is that level? Is it something that you guys would want? Do you want? What is missing? I guess, is there like a $50 price point with the boxes that we're missing? What is it that would make it so that the Kickstarter is more accessible to more people? Because we have the opportunity to make it better and better, and we don't have to keep it the same. We can make it better as we go along. So that's my question to you. Are we missing price points? And if so, where are they? We think it's somewhere in the $50 range and the $300 range for the rewards. And let us know what you think. Because that will help a lot.
Indeed.
Yes. Any thoughts, Brandon?
I'm super excited about the Kickstarter. I love that we are now one of Kickstarter's loved.
Yes, projects we love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is super exciting because I get like those emails when they come in. It's like, these are the projects that we love. And I'm like, oh, that one looks cool. And now like we might be in one of those emails.
I know, it's cool. So I do need to put a shout out to Luke, who is the manager of the games category at Kickstarter. So thank you, Luke, for I haven't confirmed with him that he's the one who did it for us, but I was speaking with him today, and then minutes later we were featured in the projects we love. So Luke, if that was you, hats off, my friend. So great of you. And now to ask Shamgar the same question.
Shamgar.
What do you think is missing in the price points on the Kickstarter? Shamgar's missing. You're right. He is missing. Do you want him there? How much do we sell Shamgar for?
He's
How much
priceless.
Shamgar
Gar, if a Shamgar could gar Sham. I don't know. Got another question.
Good question.
So, Jason Zazuluk says, question, can we order just a box for that awesome DM screen? The answer is yes. If you buy the
rest of it.
If you get a crate.
Can we just order a box for the DM? So unfortunately, the box doesn't come separate from the contents of the box at this point. But if we did, we'd price it just underneath the price of an actual box anyways. So you may as well do the full box. We're just capitalists that way. And
Supply and demand.
Supply and demand. No,
Supplies.
surprise. We should say, if you mean rather than subscribing, because I'm not sure exactly what the question means, but if you mean, do I need to subscribe to get the box? In this Kickstarter only, you do not need to subscribe to get the DM box. If you do want, you can start at I'm sorry, I'm just going to the project now. Kickstarter. Firestarter.
And while you're there, let us know how far we are from our first stretch goal.
We are 771 dollars away. So yes. So if you wanted the box, you would have to order the Tavern Keep to get the box currently. But you do only get you do only have to order that one thing rather than get a subscription. So, if that answers that question. Kelly Preston has another question.
Hey, Kelly Preston.
A dragon born of the gold variety. I thought they would have the ability to breathe underwater naturally. I'm gonna say no, right?
Yeah, I don't think they do.
So Colby Dietz,
be
for me on the Kickstarter, I already have the lower tier items, so I like the idea of modules that I don't already have access to.
Right.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting. Yeah. Like what kind of modules? Like
As in
modules like pre-campaign?
well, we
or-
have the Twisted Hand of Fate, but
Yes.
next after that is the
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order. You do? Can we share? I mean, these are
Nope.
these are insiders.
I know they're insiders,
I mean,
but they will see.
I have made offers as far as modules go, as I do writing. But
we will.
there's much
have
more
an idea.
discussion that has to happen before we can say anything for sure.
Did that answer your question about the crates, by the way, Jason Zazulik? Let me know if that did. Otherwise, I will fix my answer.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Right.
Righty-o.
Right.
I'm assuming we told everyone where to go check out the Kickstarter.
The
and all that stuff.
Kickstarter can be found at realmsmith.tv/Kickstarter.
All lowercase Kickstarter, because if you've got capitals in there, it'll take you
it'll
to a
just mess it
404
up.
page.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome. We're underwater.
Yes, awesome. So, right back into it. Let's turn on the volume inside the studio again. I do think when that's turned down, I'm pretty sure they can still hear it on the
Yeah, they
stream.
I think they can.
So that means when you sung your song before,
They could hear
they
it.
could still hear the tavern music.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so we know for next time we may have to make you sing that song again at some point. Now,
That sounds underwatery.
Jason answered.
it's
That
a little
was a
underwater.
perfect answer.
Yeah,
I answered
yeah.
perfectly.
Yes! There are some amazing sounds here in Sirenscape, as you can hear right now. In fact, I put this specific mood together within the time that we were doing the break because I realized that I didn't have this one as part of the superset that I created. So I built it on the fly.
Amazing.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
it's
is
just
something-
that easy.
That is something we don't talk enough about. That the Sirenscape stuff is honestly so good. The software is amazing. The putting together sets is amazing. We just really want to thank the folks at Sirenscape for, and there they are. They're
Right there.
Ambience by Sirenscape.
Yeah.
Guys, go and download the app and buy some sound sets because it really does help the ambiance of our sessions.
They do have free, like they have some free stuff, so you can just download it and try it out for free.
And you can get some on our Kickstarter.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
And all of our boxes have custom sets that Brandon puts together for our actual modules.
Yeah.
Totally.
With custom sounds, a lot of them that Brandon creates.
Correct.
So yeah, especially you'll hear in the last crate of the Twisted Hand of Fate, I did the vast majority of the voice work in that. So sounds of certain
it's really
characters
good.
and creatures.
Yeah, and Steve was in the chat earlier, so hey, if you guys have any questions, you have someone in the chat, Steve Barr, who can answer a lot of them if we can't answer them here.
He
so.
is,
That's
he is
right.
the Sirenscape master.
Yep.
And for proof, for people that might wonder if I actually did do the sounds for the creatures in there.
Oh, he did it!
I did it. There you go. Just like that. I didn't even alter it or anything after I recorded it. That's just the way I sound sometimes.
Great.
Sometimes. All right. You guys-
Whoa. Dave
Whoa.
Dave Morin in the chat just said Cornelius had water breathing as a spell. He was basically the best. Heart.
Yeah. You know what? That's why.
You know, the
that's
best
why.
characters are the ones that are here.
Still get to play. Yeah. How if we hadn't fired him, then it'd be, easy for him
If
to
he
say
hadn't
that.
had that accident,
Yeah.
an unsightly
Unsightly
Disfigurement.
disfigurement.
It's that the boy king is just horrible, guys.
Yeah.
He's got a long ways to go with it.
Okay,
I'm
let's
gonna
play.
miss Cornelius. So okay. Love you, Dave.
Love you, Dave.
We're gonna get right back in it. As you can hear, you guys are deep in the depths of the water. You don't know exactly how far down.
I have a
But
little
it
ball
is-
of light.
Yes, with a little ball of light to light your way. Now, it does have a 40-foot reach of bright light under the water, and with another 20 feet of dim light beyond that, under the water.
Can we see... Well, first off, do you need underwater terrain? Because I have some, first of all.
Ooh.
Coral and stuff.
That's right, you do.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that. I just didn't want to spoil it by asking you about underwater terrain.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other thing is, can we see a light in the distance of where the city is, or are we in complete darkness?
It's very dark, but you see it's not as dark. So in front of you, it looks like you are facing the right direction. There's a little bit of light coming through there, but you don't even necessarily see the pinpricks of where those lights are.
Okay.
It's just not as dark.
Okay, so I say de Graaf. Do I sound normal when I talk?
No, you
or
sound
is
like
it
this.
just...
The nature of the spell allows you to speak. It does sound a little bit muffled, so it's more like DeGraff.
Okay, so I say
Like Batman.
DeGraff.
Oh wait, you already sound like.
Where were the other drugs going? Harvey Dent.
Sorry.
Can he be trusted?
I say, perhaps we put the light away until we're in the city.
Can we see? If I put it away in my pocket, can we see anything?
So the light is always on, right? So you kind of
Clasp it.
clasp it, then it just goes completely black around you, but a little bit off in the distance in front of you where you saw it was a little bit brighter than the rest, it's still a little bit brighter.
Okay.
I don't know if we want attention
Fair enough.
drawn to ourselves.
I'll put it in my pocket. My tight little pant pocket.
Or
Yes.
create a hood for it, or limit the light that comes out of it, so we only see at our feet, or something like that. But I don't think that having it full strength is...
Are we walking or swimming?
So you guys are at the bottom, your feet are touching the bottom, but you do feel there's a sense of buoyancy. However, it's not the kind when your lungs are full and it just draws you up to the top. It's you guys have the ability to walk on the bottom should you choose.
Okay.
I walk on the bottom, so I choose.
So I choose as well.
I choose the same thing.
Okay. The bottom of this part of the ocean is very much silt and dirt. It's very, you feel that just standing there, the water moves the dirt around, so your feet start to sink in a little bit, but it's not like quicksand. It does seem like they will just sink down about 3 or 4 inches before they kind of get stuck, and then you've got to kind of work to pull your feet out again, but it's,
Okay.
Yeah.
So start walking in the direction of the city.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
As you're walking in the direction of the city, you see bits of kelp along the side, very, very tall, some just stalks of kelp. Some fish that come around to kind of investigate you. Some other strange creatures as well. You see an anglerfish go by, a hideous creature.
I pull out the ball of light just to compare it to the ball of light hanging off of the anglerfish's head.
As you pull it out, the anglerfish turns around and flits away
I
fast.
put it back.
Yeah, your ball of light was bigger.
It's funny. I look up. Is it complete darkness?
Yeah, it looks like just complete darkness going up. So you imagine you're pretty deep. You're deep enough at least that light is swallowed before it
Okay.
gets to you.
All right. We
Okay.
walk.
All right. You do walk. You feel it's quite cold down here. Not freezing cold like the place you just were. However, it is enough that you feel it in your joints, in your fingers and in your toes. You continue moving forward through the silt, and finally you find what looks like an ancient pathway made of rocks, almost like dead coral cobblestone as it stretches before you. And the silt kind of collects on the sides and then washes off, kind of just repeatedly kind of flowing in over the sides and then coming off. It seems to, just the motion of the water keeps it clean in a way.
I think that we need to remain hidden as long as possible. I don't think we'll be welcome here.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. We do make quite a scene down here, don't we? Stand out a little bit.
I stay off the path,
Okay.
probably like 10 feet,
All right.
and then continue.
To the left or the right side of the path?
I'll be on the left.
The left side? What are you going to do?
I'm going to hide just behind Shamgar
Okay.
as he's walking.
Shamgar the Great, what are you doing?
I'll move off the path. I'll be on the right side.
So about 10 feet as well? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, so 10 feet on the right side, 10 feet on the left side. You're behind Shamgar.
Yep.
All right. Greg, I'm going to assume is not with you?
Yeah, I left him with my pack, I think, which I didn't take with me.
All right.
Yep.
And what did you bring with you?
The great axe. I guess.
Did you just bring all your stuff?
I guess I did. I didn't take anything out.
Okay. All right.
You
So
brought your
you've
backpack
got.
and everything out?
Yep. Okay.
All right.
You just brought your instruments.
Just brought my instruments, which is tied around my back with a single string.
Okay.
Like not an instrument string, like an actual string.
Right.
Because that would hurt. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And everything that you said that you're bringing with you as well. Okay. All right. So you continue down this pathway.
Yeah.
100 feet, 200 feet. You're seeing some more of these stalks of kelp. They almost reach up like those slim Greek sort of pine trees. They're evergreen trees that you would see around the Colosseum. They seem to be very decorative in nature, and you find that there's quite a bit of beauty in more of the architecture that you come through here. And it doesn't look so much like a topside architecture. Everything here seems to be built out of old coral stone and things like that, and formed in shapes that you wouldn't see above. Lots of loops and circles, things that like a large pole or tower with a very large loop around the top. It seems that this part looks quite ancient, and people generally don't live here. But it looks like you're walking into an ancient city at this point that has been abandoned or left to rot.
Is there any activity or people or anything that, other than fish?
Give me a perception check.
Perceive.
Yes. And anybody else that would like to roll perception, they
Yeah, my eyes are peeled the whole time.
may. Yes. Like grapes.
Just broke it.
There's some dice.
Perception
13.
12.
12.
That is, sorry.
No, sorry. See, 13. No.
Yeah.
15.
8 for me.
8. Okay. All right. 15. Okay. With the 12 and the 15, as you're walking forward, you happen to see on one wall, it's not as rounded as the other walls around it. It seems like there's a lump on it, a bit of a misshapen section that doesn't look right to you.
Yeah. I look at Shamgar, and I see that he sees it, and then I kind of do this, and I crouch.
Okay.
I turn back to DeGraff and I go. And I crouch, and I motion for him to crouch.
And I duck to him and I go like,
All right. So, are you all going to roll stealth then?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I want to hide where I am, even if I can get some cover behind some kelp or something. I'm going to watch
Okay.
this.
There is
this
kelp
shape.
nearby that you can.
Okay. And I'm going to watch this shape.
Okay.
10 for me.
22.
Okay.
Nat, right?
7.
Yeah.
And nat 22. All right.
You got a nat 20?
Nope.
Oh.
19.
Oh,
We're-
I saw. I'm
We're
looking at
joking
your
that he had
RS
a nat
there.
22.
Oh, no, I rolled the other one too. I should roll
So-
this one next time.
You can get a nat 22 with a D100 though. Yeah. So,
It's true.
that's right. We don't roll those for this though. So you guys continue, you're sneaking down. You're hiding behind some kelp. You're hiding as well, and you are also being
Trying to
hiding.
hide. Yeah.
Okay. Now, as you watch this lump on the wall, you see it kind of push off the wall, and it seems like it moves a little bit, and then goes back to the wall.
How far are these guys from? They're across the path, right?
So yeah,
How wide
they're
is the
across
path?
the path from you. You're behind a stalk of kelp. Are you hiding behind kelp as well, or what are you doing? How are you hiding?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Kelp. Going from kelp to kelp.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Stealthily.
So yeah, because there
You'll
are
never say
more
that
of these
again.
kind of.
Yeah. I'm going from kelp to kelp.
Yes. Yes, those first time ever spoken sentences.
Yep.
Yes.
And last time. Yeah.
All right, and you're hiding with Shamgar.
I'm trying to, yes.
Okay. Are you guys moving closer to this figure? So this figure
I'm just-
is about 75 feet away, just close enough that you can make it out as a regular.
I want to get close to these guys so that I can speak to them. How far are they from me?
So you're 10 feet from the path, and so are they. It's about 20 feet. The path is about 10 feet across. So they're about 30 feet away from you.
Okay, so I want to make my way over to them.
Okay.
Quietly.
All right. Give me another stealth roll as you cross.
15.
Okay. You go across, and you get to the kelp where they are.
Yeah.
You can speak.
I believe there's a guard or some sort of sentry that is camouflaged. You saw him.
I have no idea of what you speak.
It looks like a bump on the wall.
Remember, they can camouflage.
Oh, right.
I pointed out distance.
So as he points it out, now you see it as well.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Okay, so
of course.
give me the layout of the land of where this is. So there's a wall.
Okay. So you guys have a path going down the middle. There's two stalks, or like sets of 3 stalks on either side, and then a little beyond, about another 50 feet, you see some rounded buildings. It's very symmetrical the way it's laid out.
These are ruined buildings, like old.
Very, very old. They don't look like they're broken down, but they look like they're very worn with time.
Okay.
You see growths on them. There's lots of marine life that has come to live on them. You then notice the irregularity on the wall. It's on the building that's on the left side, which is where Crichton had been walking.
Okay.
And it is about 75 feet away from where you guys
And then, is there a way around that? Like, can we take another route?
Yeah, you have a building on your right side that you could work your way around instead of following down the edge of the path.
I say we head to the right.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay, we'll try to do that quietly.
Okay, so you guys move around to the side of the building, out of view from the figure. And now you look like you're facing what would have been an old town square. There's a large circle in the middle. There's the pathway you had just come up. Comes out with 2 more pathways, saying going east and west, and then north another pathway, continuing.
Are we in like a alleyway?
Because there's another building on your right side from where you are. Because now you're on that building. That
I
was on
want
the right of the
to
path.
look at the town square and just take it in and see if I can see any activity or movement.
Other sentries.
Okay. Yeah, there's other buildings around there. Give me a perception check.
Natural 20.
Okay. All right. So you look around and you see 4 figures in the same sort of position as the last guy was.
I see 4 sentries.
And that's not including the guy that you saw before. And they're on the edges of different walls around there.
Welcome wagon? Should I do the welcome wagon?
No. I don't even know what that is, but don't do that.
Should I
No.
play my...
No.
Do you think maybe I should?
No.
All right.
All right.
Welcome, wagon.
Did you bring your drum?
I would have, yeah. I brought everything.
Jeez. You know, drums might work underwater.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you guys gonna do?
I say we stick to the side streets. Stay away from this and try and make our way further to town.
I agree.
We can welcome wagon as a last resort.
Good, Shamgar, thank you. Thank you. Glad you're into it.
I start moving around the back of the building, so I'm trying to like weave my way. Is there an idea of how where further into town is?
Not quite yet. You believe that like this was an old town center, and since it didn't take you long to get here, you would imagine it might not take you long to get to whatever is next. Okay. The light that you had seen from a distance is enough to illuminate dimly what's around you now.
Okay.
You still don't see pinpricks of light, but whatever light is coming from those has traveled far enough that you can kind of see what's here.
So I want to move from building to building quietly, meticulously, and scanning surroundings.
All right.
And I'll go first, and then I'll clear an area. I'll look. I'll call them ahead. And so we're moving very systematically through this.
Okay. For this whole movement, we'll roll another stealth. Okay.
Come on. Mother of all things true.
17.
Okay.
15.
11.
Okay. All right. And give me perception rolls as well.
Natural 20.
18 for me.
13.
All right. So, as you're moving, you're going from one building to the next. You pass by that eastern road that I had told you about to other buildings, passing around large bits of pottery. And you see more of these figures on the walls, but none of them take notice of you from what you can tell. You continue past, and you're getting closer to what you would imagine to be the city proper. Okay. You're now starting to see these pinpricks of light just floating up, sort of like where you'd see the tops of lanterns in your normal city, but they're just like a floating bubble of air emitting light. Okay. All right. So you continue forward, the streets get nicer, the buildings are now more ornate. They're made of stuff that's seems more made by hand than what you had seen before was made by hand, of course, but made of old coral, and now the material that they've used is closer to something like a concrete, made of mud, still in these large ornate shapes, but now even more detailed, spirals and spires and large, almost coral structures in the shape, branching out, almost like giant trees in a way, but coral shapes.
Can you get trees in it?
Trees.
In a way.
In a way. Like, yeah. So imagine like large branches of coral, but buildings.
Mm-hmm. So, welcome wagon.
No. Welcome wagon.
No.
we
I don't even know what that means.
Neither do I.
Return of Periwinkle, right? No,
so, can I, can I perceive anyone observing us? Can anyone see us?
All right, so from what you've observed up to this point, you don't think anybody has seen you.
At all?
You don't think so?
Okay, why are we hiding? This is a city. We could probably just walk down the path and they'll welcome us. Like,
first of all,
yes,
Togafiti said that we wouldn't be welcome here. That's reason enough. Second of all, Togafiti said we wouldn't be welcome here. That's reason enough. Shall I go on?
You're repeating it. Yes, if you're going to go on repeating yourself, feel free.
Sounds
Let me
like
guess.
there's more
Number
reasons,
3. Togafiti said we wouldn't be welcome here. And then number 4 is probably we wouldn't be welcome here, said Togafiti.
I would imagine that would be the case.
We have ears.
That is why.
They don't.
We have... You're right. Holes on the sides of their heads. Okay, fair enough.
Once we get into a busy area, it'll be easier to...
In a busy area, we'll stand out like sore thumbs. Do they even have sore thumbs? They'd probably think, what are those things? Those are worse than sore thumbs.
We find out if they're dressed in...
Well, can we tell that those that were there are completely... Are they dressed at all?
It was a little hard to tell. With your 20, it looks as though in order for them to completely camouflage in with a wall, they do have to be completely, naked. So to speak. Yeah.
Shamgar, what's your 20?
But naked for these creatures is not the same as naked for you.
True.
Okay, so
I say that we move into town and find out if they do wear clothing. What kind of clothing that is. Try and maybe get some of that clothing and try and fit in.
I think it's... we could do it, but I just think it's totally moot.
So what is your... Do you just want to walk through the center?
we look like we're from another world. We could be the kings of that other world. You could be my emissaries. I could be the king. Let's just pretend like I'm someone important. Like I actually am. And then, as my emissaries, you introduce me to their king. And then we all live happily ever after as one king and their king. And we all have king times together.
Just like the last time we pretended to be something else that we weren't. That went very well.
Yes, you guys sucked on stage. What am I supposed to do
You
about
said our names.
Yes, because those were your names. That's what you say when you need to reach someone. Their names. Okay, listen. I know. Let's just try this one thing again. One more time. I'm not going to put on some fancy clothes. I'm just going to go up to someone and say, we're here on behalf of the kingdom of Shamgar, and we need to introduce them to our king, and we're bringing gifts to their king.
My king. Kingdom of Shamgar?
Shamgar, in this story, you'll be king, and we'll introduce you as our king.
Oh, I don't like this at all.
You know what they say. In the land of the head holes, the two-eared man is king.
I think that's exactly right. What do you think? Come on, let's try this. What do we have to lose other than our lives?
I take out the homestone and I look at it.
Okay.
Is it glowing at all?
No glow.
We need to do something here. I'm bored
We
out of
are
my...
doing something. We are making our way into town to find the Purple Man.
But
If we
eventually,
get incarcerated, or captured, or whatever,
for all we know, the prisons are made of kelp. Let's just find someone to talk to. I mean, you're not used to talking to people, but I talk to people all the time.
and it gets you in trouble most of the
I'm
time.
good at it.
Most of the
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
If you statistically looked at all of my performance, you'd see I'm pretty good most of the
Can
time.
we do this until we get to town, and then make a decision?
Yes, good idea. Let's do that.
Okay, we continue to do this.
Okay, so you continue to sneak as you make your way into town. It seems like you see some more figures. This time they seem to have some level of dress.
What does it look like?
You see the odd person moving down the street, just hovering above the roadway.
Wait, hover?
Well, basically like a swim, you know, but it's a very smooth glide that they have. Swim sway.
And they have legs and arms?
They do.
They're humanoid?
Yeah, they are humanoid. They are humanoid. They do have fins that come out from their forearms and on their shins, and some webbing between their digits. And they're very effective swimmers.
And
they
I've never
swim
heard of
faster
Griff?
than you can walk.
Or anything like this?
No, you wouldn't have. Not from being from a different land. You would not have heard of this race.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Make your way into town.
Sure. Bringing your way into town, you see people. They're wearing basically the equivalent of a toga. It's the kind of clothing that they wear. Flows with the water. Very beautiful in coloration. Their skin seems to be naturally tones of purples and blacks, reds and black, blue and black, and some just gray and black.
Oh, gray and black. Perfect.
Yeah, but you don't see anything like you saw with the purple man with his coloration.
Does my clothing fit in? Being kind of robes in gray and black?
It helps. It definitely obscures you more than, say, your natural.
But it fits in with what they would be wearing?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
I keep my hood up and I keep the rest of me kind of covered.
All right. So again, nobody seems to have taken notice of you guys. You're moving further into the city, and you notice that this place seems almost advanced to the standards that you have become used to, like Wakanda, more medieval standard. Wakanda. Nipombe. So. Nipombe.
It's terrible.
I know, we're awful. So, you're moving further into the city, you see a lot of more of the bioluminescence. You see almost bioluminescent paints scattered in intricate designs on the walls and things like that. Lots of things that almost looks like beautiful graffiti, different colors of glowing. The sort of thing that you get the sense that if you were to move in front of it, it would probably give away your position because of how these glow, and you would just be a shadow in front of it. That also gives away their positions, though, as well. Anybody that you see moving in front, they, if anybody seems to be matching the patterns of anything behind them, they don't perfectly match illumination, just the color. So, yeah. Continuing forward, you reach a wide open street that's wider than the ones that you have crossed before. This one goes from west to east right in front of you, and it's about triple wide. So it's one that if you were to cross, you'd be right out in the open.
So, I guess here's our chance.
And how many people are in the area? Like, how busy is it?
It's not extremely busy, but there's enough that you can see just, to the left and your right, about 10 people. Within, say, like 100 feet that way and 100 feet that way.
Now, Shamgar is pretty much naked.
He is.
Normally?
Yeah. His beard is...
majestically.
Yeah, and you have long hair, too, so it's like... You've got this Aquaman thing going on.
It is like Aquaman.
Yeah. Yes.
Welcome. No wagon. No grab.
Yes.
It's where we agreed. Yes, but we were where we agreed. Yes should be the answer. It should be no.
I promise you, just let me do this one time. And
You say that every time.
Yes,
and
we're
every
still
time
alive.
we get in trouble.
No, but we're alive.
No
Because...
thanks to you.
How do you know that for sure? Anyways, I suggest the welcome wagon. Just give me this one.
Lessons you have to learn.
I back into the shadows.
Okay. Do you want
As
me
he
just
does this.
Because everybody's still going to hear it on the stream.
And
So.
hide.
Yep.
How about you turn it up?
Yeah,
I'll pause the
do
sound.
that. Do that.
There we go.
Okay.
I duck out and hide.
Okay, so give me a stealth.
21, 22.
Okay.
Down by the bay, where the underwaters grow, back to my home, I dare not go. So I'm just gonna sing this down the middle of the path. I'm trying to kind of gather a crowd. Come on, come all.
Yeah.
For if I do, my mother will say, have you ever seen a fish with a big fat wish? Down by the bay, down by the bay.
So the moment that people notice you, they start shrieking in panic and running in different directions.
See, I cleared out the place.
I'm gone. You don't know where I am.
Okay, right.
Yeah, you turn around and
Shamgar's like,
Crichton is nowhere to be seen.
Okay, so Crichton's nowhere to be seen. Shamgar's still with me. I'll pull out the ball of light.
Yeah.
And I make my way to the nearest door. Everyone's gone?
Yeah, so there's a door. There are buildings lining the street. It looks
Okay.
like it's probably more of like a shopping center now.
Oh, nice.
And as you look further up the street, now that your view is no longer obscured, you see a large palatial structure.
Okay.
And it is more of the same kind of spirals that you would see from different types of shelves.
Shamgar, look at that. That must be our destination.
Yeah, the welcome wagon worked.
Right. So we run to the door for the palace.
So the palace is still a ways off. Like yes.
At this point, I'm using them as bait for the fish people.
Okay.
I figure they will lead me to where I need to go.
Being an avid fisherman, that's a great idea.
Yes. Bait for fish.
Yeah.
What the concept?
So Shamgar, follow me. And we run to the front of the palace.
Nice,
All right.
shiny lure.
Again, the palace is quite a ways away.
Okay.
So you're on your way there. You're keeping up, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm staying in the
secrecy.
shadows, and
I'll keep your same roll for that. You guys are being out in the open. It doesn't take long before you guys are confronted by some what look like royal guard.
Okay.
Yeah. So they come out. They're wearing these helmets with, they're gold from the looks of them, or at least something shiny like that, almost like with like a fin, like a spiked lionfish sort of fin along the top. And they have bright red colors, signifying, something, whatever it is in their culture. And they seem very stern and very serious. Who are you?
So I go, well, we are the welcome wagon.
Outsiders.
Yes, we come from an outside land, but we bring you news from our king.
Outsiders are not welcome.
Yes, we get that. But we have gifts from our king to your king, royal king. Do you have a king?
We have royal king. Who is king? You?
I am not the king, but I serve a great and powerful king, one with golden scales.
Golden scales.
Yes.
I will believe it when I see it.
He breathes.
All right, so roll a persuasion because he's super skeptical.
Okay, 15.
Fire. That would be a feat underwater.
It would.
You will tell the truth, or you will meet the Leviathan.
I would love to meet the Leviathan at some point. I'm sure he's impressive.
This one is dressed more appropriately for our lands. You wear too much.
I wear what I need to wear to keep the heat in. But let's talk about your king. Would your king like to? Would like to? Would
You
your?
will not speak of our king until you prove that you are telling the truth.
About my golden scaled king?
Yes.
Okay, that I can do. I present to you King Triton. See what I did, Shamgar? King Triton. Right. Of the golden scale.
So two more guards have arrived now behind the two of you. So you have one in front of each of you, one behind each of you.
My friends, he's shy. He's been
a shy king?
He's been reclusive for many years and only shows himself to those he finds worthy.
We are not worthy to behold this king that you wish to prove to us to meet our king?
You wait, it will be a wonder beyond your wildest dreams.
You speak lies.
I present to you King Triton!
And they again look around and then right back to you.
I walk out.
All right. Like,
Slowly.
Still like robed and covered?
Yeah.
All right. So they see you.
Ha!
We both
present the king.
So ridiculous! I can't believe you're doing this.
To give you an idea of what their faces look like as well, it's kind of like a Voldemort sort of thing, except where it's like very smooth. Eyes, not a lot in the way of facial structure and bone structure,
right?
But still a humanoid type face, 2 slits for nostrils, and the holes on the sides for it's very octopus-like in shape, and their eyes are also very octopus-like.
Okay.
Not like the man in purple whose eyes were just black. All right. So you come out, and they look over at you.
And we've waved. We're like bowing to King Triton.
And they stand a little taller, arms crossed, unimpressed.
I lower my hood.
Yes.
And with that, they look at you a little more.
Why did you take this long to show yourself? Are you scared of us?
No, but we are in a strange land.
You are strange. This land is not for you.
And we wouldn't have come if we weren't on a mission of great importance.
What mission?
We search for a great evil that we believe has returned
What evil?
to your realm.
What evil?
A man in purple.
There are many people in purple.
White face.
White face.
Black.
Of our kind?
Yes,
That is rare.
I know. Have you heard of such a man?
They are very rare. They are born the wrong way. We kill most of their kind.
We would like to do that as well.
Do not speak in the presence of your king.
Yes, my master.
If you seek to kill the abomination, then we will help you.
And you can see there's a kind of a deep-seated hatred and kind of racism here. They genuinely find, and this to be like disgusting, and you can tell in their voice. It's really awkward for me to try and act.
And I say, he has brought an item that he stole from us. That will corrupt this realm.
What makes you think the king would know anything about this? These matters are below the king. These creatures are killed by the lowest of our caste.
Let me tell you his item that he holds will place this city in stasis, and he will rule it. He may be not of your kind or looked down upon, but the power that he wields with this item is great, and he is of great evil.
Roll persuasion.
13.
I will take you before his highness. But if you do anything disrespectful, you will be fed to the Leviathan. Even you, Golden One.
We serve at the pleasure of our king.
Understood.
Yes.
And so they begin to lead you towards the palace.
And as I walk by you, I'm like,
and I pull on Crichton's robe from behind and go, "Told you so."
As you approach the palace, more guard come, and you see very, very interesting differences in the way different people are dressed, whether they're guards. Yeah, it is definitely a caste system, and within the castes, there's also a hierarchy as well that you can tell. But people are certainly born into their position. You can tell that some of the warriors are likely the ones that you saw on the outskirts, where they are almost naturally plated, and their armor is pretty well built in. Yeah. Whereas others, like the royal guard, they seem to have been dressed that way. You think that they may have that same armor underneath, but still wear something, but more ornamental. Okay. So yeah. So bringing you through the gates. The gates. They seem to be just there as decoration, because of course anybody could just swim over them or around them. But the guards that are around them are on these large, almost eel-like creatures that spark, and they have kind of claws on them, so like reptilian claws, and they look quite vicious. You wouldn't want to tangle with one. It's like a face of a moray eel, but lizard charms. This place is armed to the hilt.
The gills?
To the gills. Yeah.
Well played.
Excellent.
Majesty.
Excellent. Yeah. So they bring you into the structure, and the inside doesn't have like a floor like you'd expect. All the hallways are just completely round for swimming and fast movement through. There's quite a bit of decoration and design, very ornate like you would find inside other palaces. It's definitely meant to impress. And it feels very oppressive as you go in as well. That everything you look at is intended to make you feel small and insignificant in comparison to the wealth and the beauty and the detail that is in this place.
Okay.
Yes. So they bring you to the throne room.
Yeah.
And the king is not on the throne when you arrive.
Okay, so as we enter the room, where the king would, I'd imagine I can tell that we're in the throne room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I go, hear ye, hear ye! The King of Golden Scales presents his gift offering to the king of this land on behalf of the people of the Golden Scales. And we both bow, like way over the top, like.
And all of the attendants that are there and the chancellor that is sitting up at the front, they all laugh this like deep, guttural, almost choking laugh. Like this is the funniest thing they've ever seen.
Awesome.
So the chancellor speaks, and who is this in our presence?
As in, he's referring to us?
You say this is a king? You are made of gold, sure. But where is your crown?
A true king doesn't need a crown.
You are from strange lands. It's sad what you all have to live in up there. You're not from down here. You don't look the type.
We certainly are not from here. But let me assure you, our king has a great gift of knowledge to bring to you.
Knowledge.
Yes, knowledge.
Knowledge.
Knowledge has power. What knowledge is this? I will deem if it's worthy for the king's ears.
Your Highness?
There is a lesser member of your society.
There are many lesser.
This one is frowned upon, an albino of sorts. White skin, black ink that transforms on his face.
Aberrations.
Yes. Dressed in purple.
And he looks physically disgusted at the description.
They are born of those who live evil lives. It is punishment when one is born. You see.
He has returned to your land with an item of great evil and great power.
He should not have lived past birth. He and his family should have all been destroyed for that.
Yet he has returned. And he has an item that he stole from us and from our realm.
What do I care of what a small, insignificant being like that would have stolen from you?
With this item, he has ruled nations.
Ruled nations? What power is this?
Enough power to quench a red dragon, an ancient red dragon.
Dragon. I have heard of dragons, seen pictures. I don't think they are real. They do not come here. I have not seen them. Dragons are myth.
We have faced such dragons.
Myths. Then you are delusional.
I am born of the dragon.
Are you?
Yes.
You look to be Leviathan born. Are you?
It is of no consequence. This item is powerful, and it will be the doom of this city if unleashed. We need to find him, and we need to take this item back.
Tell me more of this item.
It stops time.
Stops time.
Yes. city into stasis.
Our whole city.
Yes.
This man is pale.
Yes.
We've seen him with our own eyes.
Well,
Where's purple?
if you are to be trusted, then I will send a contingent with you to find this man and achieve this object for you.
I don't quite get it. Am I getting some sort of...
You can roll insight.
Yeah. I don't even know if I have to roll this to get it, but anyways. That's a 16.
13.
All right. Okay.
Nothing.
16. He wants it.
Yeah, sure.
He said he's basically thinking if the power is real, he wants it.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
How many men can you spare?
I can send, for an object like this, 30.
We send too many, we'll scare him off.
With too few, maybe he stops you all.
Do I get any sense of their martial prowess just by the way they carry themselves? Like,
With your insight roll, I'll add to that. You get the sense that they do have a warrior caste that seems very capable. From what you see, you can imagine that whatever fight style they have underwater is nothing you've ever seen before. Sure. And that in itself is a little intimidating, or at least enough to make you a little more hesitant than usual to want to pick a fight, especially when there's more than one around.
Yep.
So, yeah, do with that what you will.
I would say no more than 5. Small contingent.
And if you all get frozen in time,
We've been frozen.
5 of my best would be dead.
Better than 30.
Better than 30, yes, but 30 would be able to overpower one man. 5 with the power to stop time. How can he stop 30? You say whole kingdom.
He will see 30 coming.
We'll have to be sneaky.
Also, better to cut with a scalpel than a hammer.
What is scalpel?
Better to cut with a sharp little knife than a hammer.
What is hammer?
Better to cut with a sharp little knife than a large blunt object.
Like a rock?
Yes, like a rock.
You are simple creatures. But I see what you mean. Simple logic.
Can I try to persuade him to do this? Okay. 23.
I suggest we go alone.
I say 30. You want to go alone? I want to see this thing is real. You catch this man, bring him here. We kill him. You keep the thing. Yes?
Agreed.
Agreed.
You want 30?
No.
Or just you?
Just us.
Then you are on your own.
But we need the freedom to walk.
If he survived, you did this for me. If he survived, you find his family. Exterminate them. Somebody made a mistake. I will find out who. They will die. But you find his family. Kill them for me. Yes? You do this?
We are not here to do your bidding.
This is agreement. We make deal.
No, we will return him to you.
You return him to me. Find his family. Kill him. If you want to know where he is, maybe ask his family, then kill them, okay? And bring him to me.
We'll do it as necessary.
Then I see you fail. If I find you frozen, I know what happened. We will find him then.
Do we know who this man might be? Do you have any ideas?
Their kind is so small. I do not care who he is. I just want him dead, and his family dead. They have committed great evil for him to be born in their family.
we kill them all.
What to do, Shamgar?
Is there a determining vestige of some sort that will allow us to walk freely without being questioned or stopped in the streets?
Yes. I will give you badge, give you ability to walk around. People will see that you have spoken to me, but it gives you no immunity. Do not cross our laws. Do not kill anyone except that one's family. You have permission for that one's family. You kill no one else. Yes?
Agreed.
Yes. Fine. And he waves over to one of the royal guards, and the royal guard comes over to you, and he hands out these badges that, they're
Guest passes.
yeah, pretty much guest passes. They let you walk around a little bit, but again, like you said, this no special anything with it. It just means that people won't bother you. Yeah. Okay.
What does it look
Now go, and don't do anything stupid.
All right.
We will be watching you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
We leave.
Okay. As you're leaving, you notice that there's a number of guards going with you. Apparently, he looks like he's waved for some to watch you and keep watch of you on you while you're in the city. And you guys head out of the palace, and you're moving through the city. You notice people look at you and stare at you like you're very strange, because you are.
I'll make sure to flash them the badge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they avoid you, but they're not running, screaming away from you for being, weird and different this time around.
Okay.
So, where are you guys gonna go first?
I say we head to the market area and
Okay.
start to canvass and ask questions.
So you head back to the market area, and it's a little bit busier now than it was before. It seems like this must be, a bit of a more bustling time of day. Okay. So there are sort of the equivalent of market stalls that they're decorated with their wares and things like that. Things that you've never seen before. Lots of stuff from under the ocean, some beautiful things. Stuff that's mother of pearl and different iridescent coloration.
Mother of pearl. That's beautiful.
Mother of pearl. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Strange weapons and things like that.
What kind of weapons?
So you see a number of things that are like swords, but very much look like they have been carved out of sharp shells and things like that. So they have that iridescent coloration, and then like a more of a pearl handle.
Huh.
Yeah. Swords and tridents and things.
Trident. Did too many look like axes?
Nothing that stands out as an axe right now, but there are things that look like glaives and halberds. That's the closest thing that you've seen.
Okay, I'll I just talk to one of the shop owners at the weapon place,
Yeah.
and I'll say, "Oh, how much for that thing, the glaive?" I guess.
Okay. And he looks you up and down. Do you even have money?
Do you accept gold?
I accept gold. How much do you have?
How much does it cost?
Show me your gold first.
Show me the price tag first.
That's not how it works in this type of city. You show me gold first, and then I tell you if you have enough.
I'm gonna keep going.
Do I see him?
It's up to you.
So I can see him from a distance?
You
He's okay, so I'll walk up to Shamgar and go like, "Oh, this place is full of really, really cheap stuff. I wouldn't buy anything
Hey,
here."
what are you
really?
saying?
No.
Mine is the best.
Well, we've compared it to others, and that's worth nothing but
Compared to what? This trash. This
wouldn't-
is the best.
I wouldn't pay more than 5 gold for that.
You would pay more than 5 gold. What is 5 gold? You show me 5 gold.
I wouldn't pay more than 10 gold for that.
You
at the
show me
very
what
most.
is 10 gold.
I will not show you such a thing. You show me what the price of that thing is, and I'll let you know whether or not it's worth my
How
gold.
heavy is 10 gold?
10 gold is as heavy as I can make it.
You don't make sense. You don't know what you're talking about.
I'll try to convince him and say, listen. My friend here just wants to know the price of this particular item. Could you give it to him in weight or gold, and we'll measure our gold on our end after that.
Let me see the gold. I don't know if it's full gold. What if it?
I'll pull
something
out
else in the
one piece.
middle?
I'll pull out one piece of gold and flick it and catch it in my hand. Show it. 1 gold. Put it back in my pocket. He saw it.
Someone scratched all over it. Put pictures on it.
It's an ornate piece of art, and thus is worth much.
Not here. This stupid gold. Topsider trash.
Gold is gold.
Gold, sure. If I melt it down and the middle is gold too, maybe we talk.
It's all gold. It's a
Come
gold
on,
piece.
let me melt.
It's like French mafia. I'm trying to catch kind of the.
We have no time for this. There's not enough value in this store. Shamgar, we should probably go.
Have you seen a pale Krith in purple?
Pale Krith. They're garbage Krith. They're the worst. They die. You know this. They die,
Have
eh?
you seen any?
Like
No.
a full-grown one.
They've never seen full grown. I've heard stories of babies. The babies die. And the full grown, they never happen.
Do you know of families who've had?
Those families die. I know none of them. Disavowed, gone, not part of us. They're not Criff.
Can I walk away?
Garbage.
same.
Garbage.
Have a good day.
Fine, go. Topsider garbage.
Okay, so I want to. I don't know how you want to play this, but I want to do that.
All right. So,
Everywhere.
As you're moving around, you notice there's a lot of people talking now, and there's you overhear people saying things like "looking for a pale Criff," and as you reach the end of the market street, you've talked to a lot of the shopkeepers, and you're getting a very similar kind of thing from all of them. And then this woman comes up to you. You're looking for a pale?
Yes.
If you find him, would you kill him?
You know him?
He's my son.
What is his name?
His name is Katam.
Katam?
Katam.
How do you spell that?
It's Katham.
K-A-T.
Ham.
Katam. And why was he not killed?
We kept him a secret. We tried to. He refused to be hidden.
Slippery.
He got away. He was tired of being hated by everyone. And he took as many down as he could when he left.
When was the last time you saw him?
1 day ago,
He was here yesterday.
he was
Where did you see him?
at my home.
What did he say?
He said he was going to his god, and I would never see him again, and that he would wipe this city from the world. He's going to kill everyone, and I think he might be able to do it.
Did you see him carrying anything different of value? Something powerful, perhaps?
I don't know. He had many strange things on him, topside things. Very, very odd.
He said he was going to his god.
Yes.
Who's that?
He called him Pathros. Pathros. That was the name.
Was he still wearing purple?
He was wearing purple, yes. He was so hateful. I don't know why he came to tell us this. He hates everyone. Why would he even warn us? Is it cruelty?
Do you have any sense of where he might have gone next?
I don't know.
Did he leave any clues? A trail? Is there any way for us to follow him?
Well, he did leave something. But I don't know what it means.
We'll take it, whatever it is.
Come to my home.
Okay, we're following.
Okay, so you
I
follow
step
her?
back
Yeah.
as we're following. I want to step back and I'm going to say, Togafidi, are you there?
It takes a moment, but a head pops out. Yes.
Pathros. The purple man serves Pathros. Do you know that name?
Pathros? Yes. You've heard of the Nagas before, yeah?
Yes. I hate Haggis.
No, the
It-
Nagas.
Oh, Nagas, yes.
Well,
Sorry.
same guy. Let's just say, as far as gods go, he's one of the worst. You may recognize the name the Nagas. He's the one that called Tiamat here just to banish her into the in-between.
Yes.
He's the reason why you're here in the end. If he hadn't done that, and with Tiamat coming into your realm, you would have ended up in the Nine Hells. So, yes, he goes by Nagas, the Nagas, Warwick, or his true name, Pathros. That's how he attained his godhood. He banished nearly all the gods from this realm.
What were his other names?
Warwick, rather.
Warwick,
Warwick.
the Nagas, and his true name, the name by birth, Pathros.
What do his ears look like?
Good question, which I'm
So
gonna-
they are pointed, much like an elf, but he is not an elf.
You are the god of trickery. What is he the god of?
He is the god of disbelief, the god of godlessness. For all that reject gods, he becomes their father, their god. That is how he gains his power. He gained his godhood by removing nearly all gods from this realm.
Tiamat was one of those.
Yes, that was the one that finally got him through to his true power. He banished nearly all of us. And in doing so, the believers, the followers, they had no one left, and they gave in, believed in nothing, just themselves and their own desires. In so doing, accepting him without even knowing it. He has worshippers that don't even know they're worshipping him. That's the true trick, convincing them that he's not even there.
We're closing into the purple man. His name is Kato.
Yes. Caught him. Oh,
We
man.
nearly caught him too.
Well,
Almost,
hopefully
Shangar, almost.
sometime you will.
Okay, we continue following.
Pathros. Well, the plot thickens. Is that all you needed from me?
Oh,
Kato serves him.
if you've been banished from this land, how is it that Crichton can call you and you come on the spot?
Let me tell you a secret. When everybody, those refugees from your realm, came through to fill the place of Tiamat, they also brought their beliefs and their gods with them. Now those gods are starting to return. If Pathros is involved, you know, I'd imagine he's probably the one hunting the refugees too. So, he's looking to rid this land of gods again. Kill your friends and family and anyone else that came through. probably seeking to kill you as well. If that's the god that the man in purple serves, then there's no wonder why I was so weak in that presence. This one's powerful. Among the worst.
Understood.
Well, I suppose that's all.
That is all.
So this kind of disembodied floating head pops back behind that kind of invisible curtain thing.
I'm gonna catch up to the woman.
Yeah, you catch up to the woman, and that's where we're going to end the session. So you guys are heading to the woman's home. Right. Okay. Wow.
Hefty.
Yeah. So there's a lot of information in there. So
it's great.
Yeah, it's good.
It's awesome. All right, so we have a giveaway
yeah.
for a mini prize pack, and we are going to roll. Here we go.
Aurelio.
Oh, Rolio. Wherefore art thou, Rolio?
The Real Taco Turtle.
Real Taco Turtle.
Real Taco Turtle, you have won a prize pack, miniatures prize pack. It will include some bones and perhaps some WizKids minis as well. So congratulations. Please message us if you're still watching. If you're not watching, we will try and reach out to message you as well, and we will send that out to you wherever you are in the world.
The Real Taco Turtle.
Thank you, Rebecca, for moderating tonight.
Yay!
She says, great game. That was awesome. Character development and all
Yes,
that.
totally.
So good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Again, if you haven't checked out our Kickstarter, do that at realmsmith.tv/Kickstarter. It'll just redirect you right to our page. We're really, really close to our first stretch goal, and that's when things start to get really super interesting.
And stretchy.
And stretchy. Make sure you follow us on Twitch and subscribe to us on YouTube and hit that little bell icon. We'll let you know at any time that we go live. You can hit us on all the socials at /RealmSmithTV as well. And stay tuned to the Kickstarter because we'll be doing lots of updates this week. Lots of new fun rewards, including the one that we thought of tonight. Which is going to be cool. Actually,
cool.
Go ahead, were you going to say something?
No. I'm just super excited about these stretch goals and the things that you guys are talking about tonight because they're awesome.
So good. So thank you so much for watching. And all our partners, we're going to leave you with our Kickstarter video, and then we're out. So you guys have a wonderful day. On Sunday, we will be painting, I think, the Bullet is the next on the list. So we'll be painting Bullet, and then
cool mini.
people have been voting on the Cloud Giant. So we'll probably do the Cloud Giant female after that. So you guys have a wonderful night. Take care. Say bye, everyone.
Bye.
Hi, everyone. I'm Joel Auger, and this is
Jason Azevedo.
And we are just two of the partners in a company called Realmsmith who deliver amazing, immersive experiences for your Dungeons & Dragons tabletop gameplay every single month.
Every month.
Every month.
Like all 12.
All year long. So you might ask why we would kickstart this whole thing.
In its current state, Realmsmith has been operating for, a year and a half, basically doing what we love to do and offering these boxes and shipping these boxes out. And we've learned a lot of lessons. But we've basically gone as far as we can on our own and with the resources that we've had up to this point. We want to take this to the next level. We want to make it better. We wanted to make it the best that it could possibly be.
We really do want more people to find out about what we're doing, and Kickstarter obviously is a central place for a whole bunch of gamers. Yeah. We've seen countless tabletop games come to fruition through Kickstarter, a bunch of D&D based projects come to life. This is our first ever Kickstarter, and we're super pumped about being part of that community. In addition to that, we really believe that we're breaking Kickstarter with this new packaging campaign.
What we've been doing for the last year and a half is mailing out an adventure box. Basically what that is it's a series of 6 boxes within an adventure that carry along a campaign throughout all of it. They're shipped in this black mailer here that you see, and it includes everything that you see at the table here. Over the last year and a half, we've built some relationships with some awesome partners, and we'll show you some of the products from those partners that we have in each of our boxes. The first is the Fat Dragon Games Papercraft. Basically, we have the Shattered Shield Tavern here that the first module takes place in. We have some WizKids minis, of course. We've got Kale, the bartender here. That is actually a Reaper mini. WizKids minis, we have a Dancing Girl. We have Violet, the maid who plays a huge part in the first module, no spoilers. We also have scented candles. This is the Blazing Hearth candle. We actually create these here in Toronto with a local artisan. And this smells like a fireplace. We have the Shadowshield Tavern mug, which is part of the actual first module that you give to your players as part of the story. Every box comes with a module that we've written, which actually has cues of when to light the candle and when to play certain sound sets and moods and sounds from our Sirenscape custom sound sets that we've put together, as well as a hand-drawn map of the Shadowshield Tavern. Our idea for these modules is pick up and play. The purpose of our boxes is to allow the DM who's busy, who has a life, who has children, who has a family, to literally sit down and play as quickly as possible with as little barrier to entry as possible.
That's so beautiful. So with that, we should introduce our new boxes.
The components were right. They had all of the
when we cast
stuff.
the spell last time.
Yes.
We had the motion different than we did this time. The new boxes. We kind of did the whole like whoosh, and then it happened.
Is that the somatic?
This is the somatic. It's the
wah. Okay.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Here we go. Oh, here we go. It worked. Whew. All right. Well, this is it. We wanted to give as much value as we possibly could into our boxes. And we decided by looking outside of the box to create this brand new mailer that we can mail all of our boxes in each month. And as you open it up, what you'll see is within our prototype, there is actually a DM screen
inside the box.
It's in the box.
Crazy, right? And so what you do is you cut it all out, and all these areas will be punchable, and you will punch it all out, and it will turn into exactly what you see in front of you here. It's a full DM screen with a bunch of tables that we like to use at our games. It's D&D 5e compatible. It's got an initiative tracker up top with these little markers that you can write your PC names in. There are markers for NPCs. There are markers for monsters if you want as well. And then there's this really cool, nifty, as it were, dice tower right in the middle of it. So you can roll your dice through it or whatever you want to do. There's also punch-out condition markers as well as initiative coins and things like that. So that is actually the value that we've added into the box every single month. As part of our initial goal, we want to make sure that we provide this DM screen. This is just a prototype. Of course, we want to be able to print it and tool it and offer it to monthly subscribers starting actually in January 2020. That we need a fulfillment partner. Currently, it's being done out of Tim's garage, as we talked about. And his wife isn't too happy about that. So we want to make sure that we're actually shipping on time through a fulfillment partner so that we're not doing it ourselves and we're able to focus on creating better content for all of you out there as well. In addition to our initial goal, which will bring us the DM screen upgrade and upgrading the items that are in the box, we have a bunch of really awesome stretch goals with the design and desire to actually bring the community together. And so check out our stretch goals. And then with the rewards, we have some crazy rewards. And our logistics manager, Tim, is going to kill us, really. But
we weren't supposed to do this.
We weren't, but we are because it's so cool and we're all about immersion. So please check those out. And they're in the same kind of vein as everything that we do at Realmsmith.